Boom, boom. Drive slow, homie. Drive slow, homie. You never know, homie. You need to pump your brakes and drive slow, homie. You never know, homie. You need to pump your brakes and drive slow, homie. Drive slow, homie. You never know, homie. You need to pump your brakes and drive slow, homie. Boom, boom, boom. 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 You need to pump your brakes and drive slow, homie. Boom, boom, boom. Drive slow, homie. Drive slow, homie. You never know, homie. You need to pump your brakes and drive slow, homie. You never know, homie. You need to pump your brakes and drive slow, homie. Drive slow, homie. You never know, homie. You need to pump your brakes and drive slow, homie. Boom, boom, boom. 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 You need to pump your brakes and drive slow, homie. Boom, boom, boom. Drive slow, homie. Drive slow, homie. You never know, homie. You need to pump your brakes and drive slow, homie. You never know, homie. You need to pump your brakes and drive slow, homie. Drive slow, homie. You never know, homie. You need to pump your brakes and drive slow, homie.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's another episode of the Crown Talk. We keep it real over here. Some real man shit over here. I want to introduce my man's unapologetic manhood in the building. You on mute, brother?
What's up, everybody?
What's good with you?
Mm-hmm. Good. Yes.
Hopefully, we'll get the other guys popping in soon. But I had to start and set it up.
Yes. I'm trying to share everything right now.
If you all out there, please, if you're watching the show, hit that like button. Also share this to everybody around, because I want to get some people in here talking that stuff, because it's going to be a very interesting show today. Full-blown accountability today on some real shit. Oh, man. So how was your day today, brother?
Man, oh man, day was good. Getting the kids ready for a Saturday game. Looking at all this crazy news that's going around, trying to get over this whatever cold that's going around, whatever, how it is. When the weather it's still 70 degrees in November. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
I'm used to that right there.
For real. Oh man, we can't have all that all the time.
I had that shit.
Yeah.
I had that shit.
What's going on, people? Hello, Kate Boogie. Scrolling through.
Let's check the chat. We got Scum. That's the label right there. That's the backup label right there. Kate Boogie in the building. Got strolling through, crazy motherfucker over there. All right. Anybody else give us a shout out if you're out there watching. Just say what's up. Oh. We got my man's in the building. Here we go. We got Steve Heck in the building. What's good, man? All right, you gotta figure his volume out, I guess.
What's going on?
All right.
Steve?
Well, it's gonna be an interesting show today. Oh man. Don't worry, Cole is coming. It is. Okay. Yes, it is. I cannot wait. So yeah, I've been doing nothing but trying to get this content up there, around, showing love to all the other people around on the YouTube streets. What's good with you? LeVon Carter in the building. Yes, indeed. Right. Let's get this going.
Yes, indeed.
Steve will be back in a few minutes. I did want to just, I wish everybody else was up here so they could hear me ask this, first question of the day. And I got, you know how I do, man. I got to open up these minds a little bit. So I'm gonna ask you, and then I'm gonna put the question out to also the chat room. So if y'all want to participate in the chat, I'm trying to move things on with everybody else so we can get some time to the people to show up on the panel. So I'm gonna ask you first. Unapologetic. First question of the day. Just remember the first question. What does accountability? Just by answering the question how it is. What does accountability look
like to you? That's a question that can reach many different looks. But for what that comes into my head is that accountability is something that I believe is needed. I talk about it all the time. You know what I'm saying? I talk about how, this, our country today feel like it's not being accountable for many different things. Our children are not being accountable in certain situations. Our adults is definitely not being accountable. So accountability look like success, because once you're accountable of something, you learn from it. You usually learn from it, and you usually don't make that same mistake because you might be accountable. It might be worse than it was before. So yeah.
Accountability to me looks like maturity. Steve back in the building. What's good, brother?
What it do?
We can hear you loud and clear too. Good.
Good. I don't got no background noise. You can't hear nothing, right?
No, I can't hear nothing. You ain't doing construction, are you?
No, not today. Not today, brother.
So accountability to me looks like maturity, like I said. It also looks like growth. It looks like someone that I would want in my circle that's all about accountability. There are times that people don't realize some of the things they do that affect other things until someone calls it out. And if a person calls it out, talking civilly to the person, whatever, and calls it out or something, the person sits back, and takes in what was said and realize their life and what's going on and take accountability. Like, you know what? If they see it, you know what? You're right. Someone who sits back, relax, and, use their head before they speak. They think before they speak. Put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
That's accountability. Someone who takes the time to want to change and want to do better. So, same question to you, Steve. What does accountability look like to you?
What does it look like, or what should it be?
What does it look like to you?
It looks like a person just, a person who, shit. What does it look like? It looks like a bunch of shit. Looks like a person that moves forward, that understands who they are, understands their consequences, and understands, like I said, understanding who you are. So, like, if you're able to understand your wrongs, you're able to take responsibility for your actions.
Right.
Somebody that can do that, like if I get pissed at you for whatever reason, right, and I might be wrong for that, like, and I could come back and I could say I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Being able to go out in the world and be responsible for who you are as a person, on the good and the bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A responsible
accountability
person.
is kind of like just making sure you don't take the wrong steps in life.
Right.
For who you are. Like, you could be accountable for doing something wrong that you thought was right. You know what I'm saying? Or you could be accountable for doing the right thing as well. You know what I'm saying? So accountability works in both ways, positive and negative.
True indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Because you gonna hold me accountable for winning $18 million? You feel what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker, I picked those numbers.
What do y'all think in life that something that you could see it's right, like something that's affecting us that you think people aren't taken accountable for in today's society? Guns.
This to me, this new day and age is a little fucked due to a lot of things. Social media, like I said before, social media plays a big part in our youth and things that's going on.
Right.
I think our youth is, I don't care what nationality you are. The youth is doomed in every fucking way. Like, really? Plain and simple.
And why? Like, who needs to be accountable for that?
Us.
Like I said, like I said, the Mark Zuckerbergs of the world, the Instagram folks,
the average parent,
the TikTokers, the Twitters. Now that being Elon Musk took over.
Wait. I gotta push back on that one. So the people who are creating something that they think can give access to other people quicker, faster, and more news faster, you think we should hold them accountable?
Yes. You know why? Because there's no because let me tell you why, and I'll tell you my reasoning. My reasoning is because they don't structure their content, my guy, until they want to, until it's something that affects them, right? Or they feel something about the way that somebody said something. You know, like I've never heard of that whole shit, Facebook jail. Right? I've never been in it, right? So I don't know, because I don't post, right? If it ain't on Fourth Quarter Sports, 10 o'clock on Sundays, I don't post, my guy. Like, so I'm good in that manner. Like every once in a while, I'll put up some bullshit or whatever, right? But I don't put anything that will be offensive because I don't really give a fuck, right? That's not what my life is consumed in my work and paying my bills and trying to be the best person I can be. Like I'm struggling, but with that, we're getting better every day, right?
Yeah.
So that's what we strive for. But
okay, my bad.
People only are allowed to put up with is allowed. Like they monitor that shit 24/7 on the second. Right? So when you tell me that they're not responsible for the content that's being put out, they are responsible for the content that's put out, because if they don't want it, they'll put you in Facebook jail. Right? As soon as if it doesn't affect them or anybody else, they're all good. So everybody can go and look and see, and that also it creates a narrative, and that's responsibility, like on their part. That's accountability on their part. Because they're letting bad shit go that they want to go, but they're letting fucking weird shit, like innocent shit. Okay,
I get you. So you said, all right, yeah, because everybody needs to be accountable for something. You know what I mean? If you make an action, you have to be accountable for it. So you're saying that the people who made TikTok and Facebook, all the social media things, that they have to take accountability for what type of content they put out there?
What content they're allowing
to be put out there.
Mm-hmm. Because they'll shut you down. They'll shut you down as soon as they don't like something.
Right, but it's their platforms.
It's their platform, and also big tech. Big tech is like, I think they're bigger than the government, because the government is actually providing big tech with these type of rights that they can do whatever how they want. It's just a known fact. So you might as well just say the parents need to be accountable for what their kids are doing, because big tech will never be.
I agree with that part too. But you can go back to the government. So we're going to take it back, because all of us on this panel are 40 plus, right?
Yeah.
I might be plus.
Only plus.
I might be the plus one, even though I'm younger than both of y'all motherfuckers. I'm just saying.
No, I'm plus two.
I'm the young OG.
But all right, so let's go back. Let's go back to my day and some of y'all day. Now, we used to go into the record store, right? We used to go into the record store, the tape store. The sticker said parental advisory. Correct?
Yeah.
All right. If somebody was doing their job and looked at your ID, you was not walking out that motherfucking door with that goddamn tape or that CD.
Okay.
When we got games back in the day, when we got our Resident Evils on our PlayStations and our shit like that, that shit said 18 plus, mature audience only, right? If somebody did their job, you was not walking out the store with that goddamn game unless.
Who usually buys those games for us?
Our parents was buying them. But not after 16. Not after 16. We was going to I had a job. I'm sorry. I was going to buy my own shit, bro.
No.
Like after 16, I was buying my own shit. So you know what I'm saying?
Well, I was using
but they did their job in the stores. They did their jobs.
Uh-huh.
There were certain people you could go in there, you knew they was working, they wasn't going to check you. You knew there was other people that was going to check you.
Connection TV, salute.
So what I'm saying is everything could be kind of the same way. Like and like you said, the parents, right?
Right.
So we don't need to give our kids cell phones at 9, 10, and 11.
Right.
right? Because all that content is given to them. And yes, we can block some of that content. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. My daughter about to graduate, my G. You know my daughter don't got Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or none of that. And she about to graduate this year, my guy.
That's what's up.
My daughter about to
The
be
only
20.
thing she's allowed is the only thing she has is a TikTok. I don't want to stop her from her dances.
From that, they do that same dance too. Everybody
does that dance.
I'm like, really?
Wait.
Another one?
I'm gonna let you finish.
No
but
originality.
I'm gonna let you finish what you said, but don't forget that what you just said, the TikTok, and everybody does the same dance. Just remember that.
So
Go ahead.
He always gets you with that. No. So I be saying, working at high school, I be seeing these kids be on what she said, unapologetic, that dancing. That's what they be doing. Well, in high schools, I be seeing them doing TikTok in the middle of class, in the middle of the hallway, in the stairway. And I said, I hope you ain't TikToking. This is school. I have to say that probably like 9 times a day. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I get what you're saying, but you can't just blame that. I was blaming the children 5 years ago, but I can't just blame this Generation Z. I can't blame them anymore. It's like we put that out there. I know that we live at. It's still a lot of adolescent 40, 50 something year olds walking around here. You know, and
it's an adolescent 50-year-old.
You know, real
baby
talk.
boys.
You know what I'm saying? Like
true indeed.
Motherfuckers never change. Now they got kids. Now they got grandkids and everything.
Yo, I ain't never, and I will never go to a bar and party with my child.
Hell no. My son's 22 years old. I can't even imagine.
Wait. With what child? Which one? You know what I mean?
My
like
24-year-old.
You got girls.
I don't give a fuck if my nigga, if it's my guy.
I'm going out my son. Goddamn.
I'm not going out my son. Me and my son, listen. I'm not saying me and my son can't chill. Like if I have a son, me and my son can't chill. I'm not saying we can't go to the bowling alley, we can't go shoot some pool. I'm saying we're not going to hang out.
Oh yeah.
We're not going to hang out.
You won't
why? Because why? And I separate that because, and I don't care how old you get, at the end of the day, we have to keep the separation between a parent and a child. And that's where it gets misconstrued.
I agree.
You feel what I'm saying? You got your time. Like in your 20s, you should be out there partying, doing your thing. If I'm 25, 30 years older than you, there's no way I should be following behind your ass and the bitch that you fucking trying to fuck to.
Well, here's what I see. I agree with you on that one. But if the fathers are around, if we have the time, we have the fathers around.
Shut up, Costello.
Here's the thing. If you are raising them to be the person you want them to be, by the time they reach the age for you to be hanging out with them in that type of environment, I would assume that they would already know that they're able to hang out with you, and it's not the difference between we're an adult now, we can hang out, but when I say something, motherfucker, that's what it is, because I'm your father. You know what I'm saying? But most people aren't around it, so I do agree with you that it would be hard to do some shit like that nowadays. But I'm gonna punch him in the chest regardless if he act up in public and don't want it. Like, you know what I mean? Regardless. Nigga, what the fuck? I don't give a fuck. What'd you say? You said who? You want to be my friend? All right, bye, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it is what it is.
It's kind of different. You might think I'm a chauvinist, but I can't see myself going to the club with my daughter because I know how a lot of these 35 and under men are. They don't care if the father there, the uncle there, this and that, the third. They're gonna try to say something I might not like, and it's gonna be on.
Yeah, just do it on purpose.
Yeah.
That's the whole problem. That becomes the whole problem.
That's why with my 22-year-old son, I can see me hanging out with them, but it depends on where we at. But I take my little boy to my little man to the strip club, something like that. I do that. You know what I mean? I take him. We go to a nice little nightclub in Providence or something. I do something like that. But to the bar is a little different. You know what I mean? To me, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want my son to meet no little huzzy, no little 304 in the bar. I don't want him to be like me.
Don't want to.
I don't want him to be,
I don't
meet the wrong chick.
Well, I don't know, man. I agree with both, but I think it would have to go off of what you see as in what you see in your child, the maturity in your child. If they're not mature enough to take it that route, then I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? If my son, my oldest, you know what I mean, if he wasn't mature enough to go to the strip club, there's no point. You know what I mean? If you don't know the difference between that's gonna be a 304 and you know what I mean, you need to find a wife type shit. If you can't find a difference, then we don't need to be taking you there. I'm not gonna try to influence him to, be a dumbass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I can see both ways, you know what I mean? But it's up to you. So your observation of, your child and how they are, and how you brought them up, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it's just he's not
that part too, but that part is also true. It's just, at this point, I think this is more of just my opinion, like, and me, like always knowing my place amongst my parent. You know what I'm saying? And how I treated them. I treated them more as I'm the child still. I still kind of do. You know what I mean? I'm 40-something years old, like, and I still would treat my my parents in certain ways, like you won't catch me really cursing in front of my parents, if I get fucked up, if I get drunk and I get mad and I start going north on some crazy shit, then fine. But you won't catch me.
That's not fine.
Like, that's not fine.
No. It's fine for me because I'm now grown. Okay.
It's still not fine. You grow, you're still not fine.
And you've done the same, but you have to understand my emotions at that time. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you have to understand your emotions at that time as well.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
That's not being accountable.
Because that's not. Yeah, you go. Boom.
Yep.
It's not being accountable. Cut your shit.
I'm being accountable for knowing I don't control my emotions when I get that way.
That don't make no damn sense.
I'm not controlling my emotions. We already know this.
If you want to,
I think both of y'all know I don't control my emotions very well once I get there.
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad y'all.
Leave Steve alone.
Nope.
Leave Steve alone.
You know how you leaving Steve alone. See, you the one. Listen, I be the right one though. Steve, you already know. He be having them. I'm like, okay, let's do it.
Never know. It'll go fuck.
Crazy.
But like in that situation, if you did flip out on your parents, afterwards when you like calm down and realize you fucked up yourself, because it would be your fuck up, would you hold yourself accountable and apologize?
Yeah, all day. I've done it before.
Realize what you done. Okay, all right. So we know, we know a little bit what accountability look like and shit like that. So all right, like we said, growing up and all that good stuff. What was your biggest? Think about it though. What is the biggest influence in your whole life growing up? One of the biggest things in your life that influenced you.
What's the biggest influence
in your whole life
that influenced you?
One of the biggest influences in your whole life.
Oh shit!
Outside your parents.
My godfather.
Outside your family.
He's like the friend of the family for years.
So I mean, like outside, like,
outside of your feet, outside of it.
He is outside of it.
No, like
no.
Like let's see.
What's the big?
Alcohol, music, sports. Sex with the ladies.
Yep, you gave me
all that type of
thing. I think sports, because sports allowed me, coming from a very what happened? What he do?
Jesus.
I told you, Nick.
You gonna say Smee?
Nah, we kind of had like a conversation earlier. We had a conversation earlier, right? A little bit about it. And he picked fucking sports too. Alex, yeah, okay, yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Oh, the hook.
We're gonna go to. We're gonna go through it. So you said sports.
I'm from a segregated city, so playing sports made me get to know other people from other walks of society. I've been around 200 different, like I said before, 200 different like languages, what have you, but we never really interacted with each other. North New Jersey is very segregated.
Different languages.
What happened?
I've been around 199 different languages.
Here you go. Well, anyway, yeah. Well, anyway, yeah. So sports definitely was because it allowed me to get to know many different people, what have you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was a big ass influence on my life.
I feel you on that.
For me, besides my Jalen Rose, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Charles Barkley, put that out there.
Fuck out of here.
I used to do a little break dancing and stuff. So my influence, I had a little, one of my favorite movies is Breaking, Beat Street, couple of my favorite movies ever in life, dog. Breaking and Beat Street.
Did you have a curly
I was
kid
nice,
too?
dog. I was nice.
Did you have a curly kid?
Hold up.
Did I have
Did you have a Jerry curl?
No Jerry curl, brother.
Hold on. Wait. You said you was nice?
I was nice, man.
Yeah, right. I believe you.
We have a rest in peace, but I don't know.
Yeah, you caught it just spit.
Yeah. I used to be good.
I can tell you used to be like.
No, I used to. Yo, so I know y'all. I know. Rest in peace. I know y'all remember Tim Barnhill.
Yes. Salute.
Rest in peace. That was my guy. If he was here, he would be the nigga that vouched for me. Him, and I know y'all know fucking y'all know crazy ass fucking Mr. Troy Go. He's another one. He's another one who could vouch for me, but I don't talk to that nigga like that. But
tired of stupid shit.
But everybody know that's what I used to do. I used to be pop locking and breaking in no time. Like
you know what you should do though? You should just give us an example real quick.
I said I won't do that right now.
You gonna hurt a hip.
I won't do that right now. My days is gone. I might tear an Achilles out this bitch doing that shit, nigga.
Might just do that.
I gotta spin it on his hand.
No, I used to, son. No, don't get it twisted, son.
Hey.
Don't get it twisted.
But
anyway,
breakdancing out here.
I did, son. Son.
They break dance
there's a couple VHSs out there somewhere.
Silence.
You were spitting on your head, son?
I think Mr. C has a couple of those.
Wait, hold up. You were spitting on your head, son?
I tried it a couple times.
You were spitting on your head, son?
I thought I was Lee from Beat Street.
Listen,
yo, he know the characters and everything.
I thought I was Lee from B Street. I thought I was Turbo from Breaking. Yo, I thought I was all that. No, I used to do that shit too, man.
You smell like Herbo,
nigga. Hey, whatever you want to call it, son. I was all right. Like I said, I was all right.
Yeah, you got. I want to see a routine real quick, but that's all right. So let's get back to it. Your biggest influence was you spinning on your head and breaking. And sports, both of y'all sports, right?
And R&B.
Yeah, but like I said, we had our music too. You know what I mean?
All right. So out of the three, out of the sports, spinning in your head, and music. Which one was the biggest influence?
Sports. Don't do that. Sports.
Yeah, you know, I say you was
Hey, yo,
ozone.
real talk.
You was ozone. Light skin power right there with the ozone.
Yeah, you right. You right. You like LeVon, but I couldn't. But I couldn't move without that nigga move, son.
He was slow zone. That's what he was.
Yo.
So
So you music.
I'm gonna say music, man. Music
makes you lose control.
I think because I was better in music first. Like real talk.
Well,
like,
I'd say this because to be honest with you, y'all really think about it. How do you
be better in music?
Hold on.
Music first.
I don't know. That's not a word to me.
This nigga said I was better in music first.
I was 9 years old.
Stop it. I was gonna let it go.
Hey, when you get a chance, ask my sister.
I ain't not in there. Never heard that.
This nigga said I did it. He said my chorus concert was popping before I started to touch my first touchdown.
I say that now, nothing like you say that now, nothing.
Hell yeah. Hey, I was Mr. R&B when I was 8-9 years old.
I bet. Look, cause you probably look the same too, same beard and everything.
Like 50 Jodeci. Like 50 Jodeci.
You say 50 Jodeci?
This nigga was 45 cents.
I'm telling you, I was a bad boy.
Okay.
Telling you.
Good. So yeah, I believe because when you like listen to sports, when you played sports, what did you do? You listen to music before the sports, right? Listen to music while the sports, right? Music was part of
all the time.
Music was part of sports.
It was.
Music is pretty much part of all of our lives, right? Almost everything we did. Music. The biggest influence ever was music, right?
Yep.
We agree with that shit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's go with that.
All right, so let's go with start with manhood. What has music done to you? What's the biggest influence that has done to you in your life? Let's start with in a positive way.
It was many positive different situations, but music brought my family together more. Doing like holidays and stuff like that, the Whispers and stuff like that, Luther, all that, Teddy Pendergrass, Teddy Riley, all that. Music done a lot. Even when it comes to having block parties. When we had block parties, back in the day, y'all know block parties was the shit. That brought people together with the music wise. So yeah, that's the positive one.
All right. Negative.
90s R&B music had me simping.
This is a Brian McKnight. What you like to come true? Just wanna be with you. Yeah.
Too many kids. And Jay Boogie said, "Gave me one too many kids." Yeah, that too. It put me on child support.
That was the effect.
That's a negative.
That's shit.
That's a negative about music.
That's a negative part. So it was that R&B that got you fucked up in the world.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But that Teddy Pendergrass had the family together. Okay, I feel that one. That's old school.
Man.
So what about you, Steven? What
music it got me through? Sometimes music gets you through it gets you through tough times or it hype you up. You know what I'm saying? Like you said about sports, you know what I mean? You put on your favorite shit, my G, me. I'm going back, I was driving since I was 16, so we get in the car. Well, no, I'm not gonna lie. I ain't have a tape deck then. I had a 77 Datsun. And they had no tape deck. But we put on Q105. And we hope to get some shit popping. Nah, but you know, you put on your music, and you know, you get hyped up, you go do what you do.
Yes, indeed.
Music have different. Honestly, music has a big influence over your emotions.
Now we're talking.
Music has a big influence on how sometimes, like, the things that you go through in life, right? So sometimes you can associate music with some of the shit that you've been through.
Right. That's
right. So like this song, like he said, block parties, like he might remember a certain song where he was dancing with X, you know, being that he done, you know, he been wearing do-rags since he was 7.
It look like they don't fit no more though.
We're gonna go through this again.
I wear Yamaha.
No, we're gonna go through this again.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, like you can associate that shit, you know, maybe with like a girl you dance with at an extra time, or, you know, anything, like you went to go do this at this specific time, and you always played this song when you was going to play ball, or you was about to play football for your game, anything. You know what I'm saying? Like you always had a certain song that you like. Everybody has a favorite song, my guy. Or a few. You can't have one favorite song. You have a few favorite songs. Like you at least have 10. You have 10 in a bag that you could always go to and be like, yo, this is gonna comfort me in some kind of way. It's gonna amp me up. It's gonna comfort me. It's gonna do this. It's gonna do that. Right. But songs play on your emotions.
It does.
It plays on your emotions and your feelings.
That's why music is very important. It's sound waves.
It is. Now we're getting into the. Let's save that realm. Let's save that realm, bro. Let's save that one. So for me, growing up, you know, I was the beast. I was the beast in basketball, and also, well, even before that, my sister was like a sort of type of dance instructor in her own mind. So she would have all the latest new dances and stuff like that. And we were never like, we never were allowed to be outside like that. You know what I mean? So we would be in the house for hours doing all, like, she would come up with a dance routine. If we break something in the house, guess what? Dance routine. You know what I'm saying? So we could show off in front of our mothers and stuff like that.
You see the picture in his MC Hammer pants.
Ain't nobody asked you.
Yeah.
Listen, motherfucker. Ain't nobody asked you shit.
You want to see? Hey, you talk about you want to see a routine?
Gator don't play no shit. You feel me?
You want to see a routine from me? Ask that nigga post that picture one more again.
I'm just saying. Listen, hold on. Fuck what he talking about with MC Hammer pants. Yes, we had a talent show, and you know we was called Strong Sensation and shit.
Strong Sensation.
Out of here, get this nigga out of here, son. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Nah, it was cool because my mama bedazzled my pants and my shirt, and my sister's shirt and pants too. It looked like backup dancing for MC Hammer and shit. And so we did that. But it was a tank top. It was like a tank. It wasn't there. But yeah, so we, you know, they tuck it in the bottom. I had to wear one of them shits.
Yo.
And that's all the information I'm gonna give you. That's fucked. I even told you that shit right now. But yeah, the music was part of my life growing up because it kept us busy in the house. Like even when we go our separate ways in the room, because it was me and my two sisters, whatever like that, I go in the room and I can sit there, listen to Bone Thugs and Harmony, try to write down the words.
Don't
you know,
do
see
that.
what the fuck they was talking about. DMX was one of my favorites. A lot of R&B, man. I was an old school nigga, man. I was all old school, man. Like you said, Teddy Pendergrass, every Saturday, Teddy Pendergrass, Luther Vandross, old school shit. You know what I mean? And with basketball, like DMX all the time, DMX nonstop for basketball. You know what I mean? And
that was one of the staples.
yeah, man, get me amped up. DMX get you amped up before a fucking game. You know what I mean? So that's the motivation I used it for when I was younger. You know what I mean? And, then, like,
and when you get older, like when you're about to clean up,
Sunday Yeah,
it's game on, son.
Make it easier time to clean. You know, feel good cleaning your house up.
And your mother didn't mind for you to blast the music.
Hell no, because she was
there was some good music.
Yeah, as long as Patti LaBelle and motherfucking Aretha Franklin.
Exactly. And we used to rock to the Babyface.
Oh yeah,
that's the where Kasim said the sipping and shit. The Babyface.
Yeah, fuck that. It might have been, but guess what? That was that. But that's a groove, nigga.
Simping face because
that's a groove.
That's a groove. What's a groove? Because you know what? I actually learned my game and my romance and some of that lovey-dovey fucking feeling. You know what I'm saying? By all the music, by the old school music. You know what I mean? I was a pimp. I was a pimp mouth back in the day, man. The words like but da ba da ba ba da ba ba. I'm that serious, but I had that old school. They wasn't ready for me. I was listening to old niggas talking to young ones. You know what I mean? Like my age women, well, not women, little kids, my age. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, where do you get that voice from? Da-da-da. But that's a different thing. But yeah, music had a lot of influence growing up, man. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like
mostly good while I was younger. You know, mostly good things while you were younger, right?
Question. So we had all our good music. We could talk about. We could talk about when we talk about our music. We talk about happy times. Am I correct?
Yeah, so far.
Like most of our music was happy times. Not saying it was all innocent, because you could go once you get older, you can understand what the motherfuckers was talking about, right?
Right.
But you had to get older to understand what they was talking about.
Right.
That's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So now we're talking about today's music, right? Find me even on the radio, even on your video, on your TV screen. Yo, MTV Raps came on at 10 o'clock, bro.
Yep, late night.
Fucking Headbangers Ball came on at 12.
I had school in the morning.
Nah, that shit was on a Saturday. Stop it.
Oh, I didn't know. I never watched.
Exactly. See, so you're not paying attention to life.
You telling your age. That's all you doing.
You said Headbangers who?
Headbangers Ball.
He's telling his age right now.
Huh?
Telling his age. Nobody heard that shit.
What you mean nobody had a Headbangers Ball?
Right.
You like rock and roll music? Yes or no?
Yeah, no. But not then. Not then.
Kasim don't like rock and roll music. He don't do white people shit.
No, don't say it like that. No, don't even say it like that. Come down here. You sick with it. Yeah. You sick with it.
You're like, I'm gone, nigga.
If it had not been for the Lord, I wouldn't have had another bitch come.
Say hi to you. Say hi. He got his do-rag on.
How you?
Oh, look at the little man.
Say, what's up? What up?
What up, yo?
You look at say hi.
He like, nah, I'm good.
No, I'm good. It's time to go to sleep.
Nah, but so it used to be Yo MTV Raps, right? And then used to be Headbangers Ball, right?
Right.
So you know me, the best of both worlds. You go from you go from Das Effects and Slick Rick to motherfucking Guns N' Roses and Bon Jovi, right? It is what it is, right? That's music for your ass, right?
Right.
but anyways, but we really didn't associate our music with violence.
We had a lot of.
Wait. What?
We had violence.
We didn't associate our music with violence, even though
when did you or we didn't?
We really didn't at the end of the day, right? So
no, not at all.
So it didn't matter. It didn't matter because we came into the NWA. We came, but with NWA came. We're all in the same gang. With the shit going on in the East Coast came self-destruction, right? So there was always a message, right?
Right.
And with our shit, it was like, yo, we're speaking about what we're going through because we don't want to go through it no more.
Right.
Now it's glorified as we should be going through it. Why the fuck do I need to go through getting shot?
I don't know.
Why do I need to go through selling drugs? Why do I need to go through any of this bullshit? Please explain to me why that's a thing.
I don't know. We got 7 in the building, but
what up, 7? What's going on, young man?
But that's what I'm saying. We don't
What up? What up, 7? It's 9.
I need you to say something like that.
I already felt it coming through. Man, I'm done with this fucking snow, but I'm gonna stay on until I get in and get warm.
I don't know what's wrong with Steve, but
yeah. So you said about how music, but it ain't the violence that it is today. But our music was violent.
No, as I say, our music was balanced, right? So we had R&B.
Violent.
And here's something else that would happen.
What music was violent?
Huh?
Gangsta rap.
I don't know.
We had our NWAs, we had our Cool G raps, we had our Spice One, we had all that shit, my G. Like let's not sugarcoat. We had our Tupac. Let's not sugarcoat who we had.
Biggie.
Right? What year?
Yeah.
But they weren't gangster rappers though. Biggie wasn't. I mean, he did, but he wasn't known for gangster rap. And Tupac.
All right, let's name
hundreds. But back in the day, we were smart enough to differentiate.
Yeah, he's smart about that one.
We were smart enough to differentiate what we were listening to what we were doing.
It was a lot of
like not all of us, regardless to our situations, because every last one of us up here had a situation. Mm-hmm. Not every last one of us was doing what they was saying on a thing or living what they was living. They try to live what they hear nowadays.
Right.
They living what they hearing. Like that's not okay. Like that's a song, my G. You don't live in fucking California. How you live in Nebraska or North Dakota and you hear this cat? I bang, blah, blah, blah. That's him. The fuck are you doing? Nigga, you picking corn.
There, though. I ain't gonna lie.
No, not saying they not. Not saying they not. What I'm saying is your life that you're living as an individual should not be
somebody said MC Hammer was a gangster
associated with somebody else's shit. My G, I've been through a bunch of shit. Doesn't mean I'm running around duplicating it.
So, all right, let me ask you a question. Since how were we so smart back then to differentiate that, this is where you are, this is just music and we're doing our thing over here? We didn't go out there. I can't say we all do it. Like, there's people out there doing that shit, but growing up, I didn't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So what stopped y'all from doing that? From going out, being like trying to be gangster and follow the trend of rappers?
I know a lot of people.
Number one, my mama was going to kick my ass first.
Okay.
I lived in
it was a lot of violence in the 90s.
I'm gonna give a shout out.
In the 90s, right?
One second, fellas. Hold on. Give a shout out to Jason Collins in the motherfucking building, and PPA in the motherfucking building. Haven't heard from you in a while, motherfucker. Vanya Carter, Chat Lives Matter, K Boogie, Lady Navoa. I appreciate y'all for showing up. Scott TV, scrolling through. Let's go. All right, go ahead, man.
All right, so Kasim, I'm gonna go first, and I'm gonna let y'all speak. I'm gonna shut the fuck up, right? So I've been around a couple places. You feel what I'm saying? So in my teens, I lived in an all Crip neighborhood, right? It's nothing for me. I got jumped. I've been through the whole shit. Guns put in my hand, guns put in my faces, all types of bullshit. Okay, like nobody gives a fuck. Like it's not about that. Did I have to go out and duplicate it? Right? I'm not a thug. I like I said on the show, like I sold weed for 3 weeks when I was fucking like I made about $30-$40. Like, yo, you wanna know why? Because I was scared as fuck of my mother, right? Them nickel bags wasn't getting me, but guess what? They got me some donuts and shit for about a month in school, right? but like I'm saying, like it's not that I haven't been and seen and been through a couple things and seen a couple things and lived. It's not that. It's that I was smart enough to know where I wanted to be and what I wanted to do. These people, that's not my influence. My influence is not selling drugs, going to jail. I'm a truck driver, my G. Like my influence is not that. My influence is not dying before I'm fucking 30.
What do you think? What do you think made your mind?
But that was you, Steve. You sound like you're talking like an individual.
That's what I'm asking. That's what I want to ask.
I am speaking as an individual. I'm speaking on me.
Wait, hold on. So what made you mentally strong enough to even what was instilled in you to make you that mentally strong to differentiate the music, not want to go out there and do the violent things that they were doing, not having that influence your life like that?
You see shit, son, and you listen. These people out here, they say, "Yo, I seen this, I seen that." So why do you want to be this? You want to be that? Listen, my homegirl, my homeboy, his girlfriend got shot 5 times, my nigga, at 14 years old. Damn. At a house party. All right, my neighbor got shot all at the same time. The Bloods lined up and shot these niggas in the whole house, like at a house party. So this is not uncommon. I'm saying, you feel what I'm saying? But I seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like 14, 15 years old, you shorty get shot a girl gets shot 5 times. I don't who the fuck wanna go? Nah, I'm straight. When a nigga put a gun in my lap and was like, yo, we going to do it. I'm out, bro. Leave me alone. I didn't want none of that. You feel what I'm saying? It's not. Sometimes you just got to make the decision on where you want your life to go. And I have a normal life. I didn't do anything special. I've been in a couple troubles here and there. Not saying I'm perfect at anything. I could have gone down that path. It wasn't above me, is what I'm saying. But I kind of stayed even killed. You know what I'm
shout
saying?
out to my brother in the building, Marley Mall. What's good with your Marley in the building?
I stayed even killed. I could have been because I've been on both sides of the tracks. Let's just say that. I've kind of been through every walk of life. So right. I was able to figure it out by being able to do that. And then my mentality and the way I was raised and born anyway.
Right.
So
it just happened to be that way.
So Steve,
like,
so are we talking about like individualism, or are we talking about generational? Because
you could say, but even if you say generational, Kasim, guess what? Everybody's an individual. You have to make your own choice.
Yeah, but everybody, like we're like in this particular case of what we're talking about when it pertaining to how music is today, I suppose. Are we talking about how music is today versus yesterday, how like crime risen or what have you? That's what I'm trying to see what's going on.
We could get to that part.
No, we actually did. Because wasn't you saying, Jim, that like what made, what's the, how can we tell the difference from how music is?
Yeah. I was saying, how are we able to tell the difference between it being music and that's crime that we don't want to do, and we're not following the trend type thing? How are we?
I think it's two different worlds right now. Because I was listening to my dude, and he was speaking truth, but I'm a little bit older, so we got tired of running. We got tired of getting shot at, getting our ass whooped. You know what I mean? Getting threatened at school and watching shootouts. So it was a different situation. It wasn't necessarily the music, but I think listening to Brother Lynch a little bit of time and watching Colors and Boys in the Hood every day, and then you walk out the door, that's what it is. I think it's different. I even tell people today, like, wear your AARP Gangsta Crip card. Like, if you still gang banging and you in your 50s, there's something phonetically, emotionally, mentally wrong with you. But I think what he said, like, my mom didn't allow us to be in the street after a certain hour, but my mom couldn't protect us when we had to go to school. And I think that's the difference. Then we didn't know better. We didn't know how to look at it. We didn't know how to handle it. So you got tired of getting, you know what I mean? Shit, you got tired of watching motherfuckers get shot, killed, you know what I mean, around you for no reason at all. But these young kids these days thinking this shit is cool, and it's nah. I think it's the fantasy. But I think also we grew up where we didn't have the information. I think that's the biggest thing. These kids can jump online and see, what is it, 100 Whack and Doug Wada, whatever their name is, and how they still try to talk about, well, you can't come to my city without checking in. But then you got a young man Takeoff is dead. Why? Because they keep listening to this music.
But let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Let me ask you this question, because you said some you said what you said was real. So the information is where I want to go to.
Just about to get on that. Go ahead, bro.
So you got the information and you still choose to go the opposite way, which is the wrong way.
Well, we didn't have it.
Why are we there?
Why are we there? Because I could answer that, but
everybody getting their feelings. They'll fight over Facebook. Come on, man. And then videotape it. The dude to beat up his wife or his girlfriend and go on Facebook Live. I think we're in that coon era. I think we're in the biggest coon era we've ever been in our history, man. We're a bunch of fools and don't realize it.
K Boogie said it right. They can see it 24/7. We had it on a certain time. These kids got it on their damn devices. All they got to do is open it up, and you should see when I'm in the classroom. All you do is see this. Look at my head to the phone. That's all you do. And some adults, you see that as well. These kids, and then the parenting is horrible in the last 20 years, especially 10 years. It's freaking horrible. And maybe it's not.
You're gonna really be hated.
Maybe it's because they have to work harder because inflation is high and all that. That matters a lot because that keeps you from your children and stuff like that. That keeps you from
single family homes and single family homes.
Single family homes ain't like it used to be. Being as though I don't like to promote single motherism. I don't like to promote that, but real talk, 30 years ago, it was a little bit more safer, way more than today, to have it, be a single parent because you didn't have to worry about all these information that your child has.
But that's the thing. Your parents aren't parenting what's coming into their house.
Let's talk about this.
We talked about this on the show before. It was the young black kids in Chicago was killing their parents because they wanted the money to get the bag, but had everything. Parents could afford to buy tennis shoes, whatever they wanted, but it wasn't enough. So you really got to look at. It's like an IV drug, man. It's like sugar for the eyes. It's literally what it is. It's sugar for the eyes. The number one addicted drug on the world is sugar. It's sugar for their eyes, and they
but at the same time, it's not going to be stopped. It's not going to be stopped. I see the most educated people that's coming from college or just still in college. They still haven't learned anything. They're promoting more chaos. They put they're more like if you don't agree with this, you're misogynist. You're everything that has nothing to do with what you are. You just don't agree with something. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Take it back to what we said. Our biggest influences, right? Was what? What was the first thing that came out your mouth?
Yeah, music.
No. That wasn't the first thing that came out your mouth, my guy.
Sports.
Exactly, right? So here's where it even gets crazier, because our biggest influences was sports personalities, right? Our sports personalities now are promoting the rappers that are also doing this shit.
Oh yeah, I agree.
So 100%. That's where it gets double twisted, because not only are the rappers talking that ish, now you got the motherfucking sports people promoting the rappers that's talking that shit, playing their music, doing these dances, doing all this crazy shit, right? And now they wearing the jewelry, they looking like them, they doing this whole shit. So now it's just it's double in their face. Yo, this my favorite athlete is doing the same shit, listening to the same shit, acting this way, but he playing basketball. He not out there. He playing basketball.
But honestly, and not just athletes and what have you doing it. It's entertainers, it's politicians. They're like a politician will bring out a rapper now, will bring out any type of like entity that's going to give the people that's not going to actually invest in who they really voting in. So it's not just entertainers and athletes are doing it. It's like everybody doing it.
Come on, man. Hillary Clinton did it with Mary J. Blige.
But the biggest people that we look up to.
I talked about that Mary J. Blige things when she was singing what you call that? I call it the slave. The slave.
Yeah, but she was on it with in that interview, and then Hillary Clinton, and she pulled out the hot sauce. Come on, man.
Yep.
we you know what? We're no longer into facts.
Well, say that one more. Say that one more again. Say that one more again. Say that one more again. Not 9:15.
What the hell?
I was telling he talking shit. No, I said when Hillary Clinton pulled out the hot sauce with Mary J. Blige in the interview. The problem is we don't fact check anymore. Think about it. Young people don't know how to fact check. Young people don't fact check.
Fact checking is hate speech.
But young people don't do it.
Nah, they don't do a lot of things. They don't do a lot of things nowadays.
But they learn it from us. They learn it from our generation. They don't. I just don't want us to try to single the kids out. They learn it from us. We give it in to go. The Mary J. Blige is 50-something years old. The 50 Cent is almost 50-something years old. All these people, they're giving it to go.
But here's what it is, though. It's glamorized by where they get the money.
Because the bag is most important.
Thank you. So let's take it back to even Chili Chin 6ix9ine, whatever his name was, Rainbow Boy. He's the most hated person in the industry.
And he should be.
For no reason.
Look how he moves. But look how he moves. Look how he moves.
He is trolling our so-called culture. So I don't blame him. Put Jason Collins what he said, and I agree with this.
I like what he said. I was about to say that. I like what he said.
We move from God. We experience chaos. I talk about this all the time. These kids don't know who they are because who's raising them? You are created by God with a purpose, and it ain't to get rich. Absolutely. And
but where do you get that from?
Said, though, parents. But K Boogie said parents are doing what?
Thank you.
Giving the device to their kids.
Thank you.
I think I said on this show 3 or 4 times, bro. When multi-millionaires are saying, I would never give my kid an iPad. But we rush to go give our kids an iPad and an iPhone instead of some building blocks or some
But that's what I was saying.
Toys and pen and paper.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Full out accountability is. That's why I said you was blaming. We could blame anybody outside. We could blame the next door neighbor outside the window, right? But
Yes, sir.
who is allowing the child to look out if they know about their neighbor? Who's allowing their child to look out that window to see their neighbor? You know what I'm saying? It's up to us. They're outside. Like they're mostly with the schools most of the time, right? So that's the biggest influence. So that means you got like 2 times the work to do before and after school, and on the weekends to teach them the difference, like music, the difference between. All right, in this school they're going to teach you the fundamentals of this and that and that. They need to be prepared. But in home, I'm still going to teach you this and that and that. I need you to see the difference. When someone shows you YouTube or this and that, explain to them. You're getting quick information. Yeah, that's all well and good, but that's not you. You need to come here or go to the schools and tell them this doesn't need to happen, or limit their phones. You know what I mean? You can restrict their phones from going on YouTube, seeing anything that has to do with an adult. You know what I mean? You can't stop their friends.
Come on, bro. Now you talking about common sense, critical thinking, some common shit
right.
that the mailman know when he's sneaking in the back door when daddy on his way to work. Come on, man.
I'm sorry. I that's all I think about is
but then I'm gonna tell you, you know, I work for the school system. They are pandering to these kids nonstop. And
all day, that shit is sickening, dog.
It's scary. But
that's what I'm saying.
I saw a teacher today cry. I never saw that in my life.
What? I've seen it a few times.
I never saw that. I worked there. I never saw that. I worked at Hartford Public before. I never saw that there. I saw that for the first time for myself. Cry, and she couldn't stop crying because they're not doing anything about those type of children. And the parents, you know how our parents would come to school and say,
fuck us up.
Yep. What Steve do? Not what did y'all do?
Exactly. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, son, that is the realest shit,
what did y'all
son.
do? What
the fuck happened to that, son? What the fuck happened to what the fuck, like, accountability? What did you just say? What was the first thing that came out? The question was,
Absolutely.
What does accountability look like? Accountability look like that. Our punk ass parents not blaming our kids first. They going and talking to the teachers. Number one. So I ain't gonna lie though, some of these teachers are some fuck ass teachers. But
they're human.
But they human. But at the same time, you gotta ask the question. But you gotta ask the question.
I gotta ask y'all a question. Did y'all know what a fucking a bacchus is? An abacus. I just looked it up. I just looked it up. This nigga is stupid as shit. He said it's an oblong frame with rows of wires or grooves along which beads are slid, used for an abacus. My bad, I thought something else. The abacus. Y'all remember that shit? I never knew that shit was called an abacus.
What's an abacus? What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, everything has the 10 on each row. Yeah. I am talking about the counter. The
counter, right. That was the original counter, wasn't it? To calculate everything?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You talking about that shit that slides over?
Yeah, the original calculator type shit.
Yeah. That shit that slide over on that string, right?
I didn't know it was an abacus, but yes, they did take the abacus out.
Yeah, because that's why Asians are so good at math. They don't stop at 10, 20, 30.
They don't. But the Asians, they stick with what is right for you. They stick with they have an agenda to learn. They have an agenda to grow, learn, not to manipulate. And if it is to manipulate, it's to learn more.
Yep. I just shot you that video. What happened to the black family? I just shot it to you in Messenger. It goes directly to what we're saying. It goes directly. They asked the very questions we're asking. What happened to the nuclear church in the black community?
So
when they got rid of the black church,
7. I have a question because you wasn't knowing here. So what do you think about responsibility and restrictions Like, I think at the way you speak, I heard you speak a couple times. I think you're a little, you're around our age or a little older. Remember when we used to have parental advisories and all of that shit?
100. I remember.
So like
Yeah.
that kind of kept the children grounded, right? Like you had certain parents that would be like, all right, I'll get that for my kids. But it wasn't many. You feel what I'm saying? Like me, like I grew up, I was sneaky. I was a sneaky guy. But I kind of grew up the way I was supposed to grow up. You feel what I'm saying? Like I didn't go to the bar till I was 20. I mean, like I got brought into a bar, but like I didn't really go to the bar till I was 21. I didn't do this until I was this age. I didn't do that until I was that age. Like I snuck and did a couple things as we all do, as boys do. You know what I mean? But other than that, I kind of grew up regular. You know what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned, like I kind of followed the path. I think these kids is too grown up. They allow access to everything. You feel what I'm saying? And I think we should go back to putting restrictions on things.
Well, here's the deal. The NPA AA rating is only to make money anymore. Because some of the stuff that we see as PG-13 was rated R when we was growing up.
Yes.
100% R. But I think the other thing is everybody says it's okay. And I think that's the problem. He'll be okay. She'll be okay. He'll be okay. She'll be okay. Until they 6 feet under, or they're part of a shooting or drug bust or a victim of violence. So I agree with you. I think we need to get back to a point where we just say no.
Yeah.
Period. Just say no.
Mm-hmm.
Just say no. Like, not today. But I think we're so programmed to fear, well, you whoop your kids, they're going to get taken. Okay. Make sure you take the bill, the obligation. Make sure you take all, and you take this ass whooping, you know what I mean, as you try to take mine out the door. And I think that's the thing. We've been bred to fear not going with it. Because come on now, how many kids at your school when you teach go there with something ain't Nikes? And you're a football coach. Unapologetic. How many kids can go to school and feel like there's value outside of a pair of Jordans?
Not many.
So we got to get back to it. I agree with them, but you see the same thing I see. Kids find value in what? Shit that don't matter.
Yeah, because now that I have a 3-year-old and I know it's going to be tough trying to raise him like I want him to be raised. No matter if I'm healthy or no matter it's going to be hard because of what he's going to be inclined to be around, as this damn society is going through hell right now. But I have to be there. I know it's going to be tough because it was tough with my 22-year-old and my 19-year-old, but it's going to be really tough with the 3-year-old, believe me, because I see what's going on. But I'm going to protect him the best way I can. I'm going to give him a realistic, like even with his mother family, like I tell them because they're Hispanic, I tell them now you're dealing with a black boy. You're not dealing with just any type of boy. You can't raise him like you will raise your kids if they wasn't mixed, what have you. And that's important. I give that reality to them all the time. Even before he was even out the hospital, I was giving them that damn reality because they have to understand even if I'm not here, God willing, I'll be here. Even if I'm not here, like it's going to be important because you can't raise these boys like the way they're raising our boys, the way the society think our boys should be, as we had hundreds of conversations about as a group, as we have, had, it's getting scarier. And I really have to, like, even today, like we have certain days where we're teaching my son different maths. We teaching my son how to sound off words and stuff like that. I'm preparing to put him in private school. Like, he's still going to have his friends, whatever, but I'm preparing him for a lot of stuff. I'm preparing him to be comfortable enough to say, Dad, can my friends spend a night? Because I want everybody to be around me, around my son, because he's going to be like that voyage where I'm going to protect as much as I can. People like, you can't protect him too much. Damn all that. I'm going to do what I should be doing because I'm a much better parent than I was 22 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
You ain't lying.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's important. It's important for what you said. We have to teach these kids all this money and all this other stuff with these different athletes and different entertainers and people around them are telling them that doesn't matter. What matters is you being a godly human being, a person that everybody can get along with, but you keep people at a 10-foot radius. You know what I'm saying? You can't get close to everybody. You have to be a critical thinker, as you said, Seven. We have to do this. We have to teach these kids something. I don't care if you do, be around kids like I do, or you just see your niece and nephew, your kids, whatever, every so often, whatever. You got to teach them that, because society is not going to teach them that. Society is going to tell them to do thy will, do whatever you possibly can to get yourself in trouble, and then by the time you're 18, the state own you.
How about grabbing that little nigga and telling and grabbing that little nigga by the back of his hoodie and being like, yo, my guy, like, this is what you really want to do? You feel what I'm saying? Like, whatever happens.
This is why. A, you can't keep something from a kid because they'll say they're going to commit suicide. And two, you can't be responsible and parent your child, because then they're trained, unfortunately, to go tell.
Yo,
think about it,
son. I kid you not, and we could go back. Yo, we had a show called VSOB, and we did a show on this type of shit, almost like, and I blame the teachers. I blame the teachers. I said, I blame the school system. I was like, yo, and my theory was, I was like, because they also, my dad almost got arrested at one point. I beat the shit out of me. I went to school with bruises, blah, 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 blah. They called the cops. It was a rush, right?
Can't be beating up light-skinned kids.
Yeah, you can't beat up light-skinned folks, right? We bruise easy, right?
For real. You can't be doing that, goddammit.
But the ass whooping was an ass whooping back in the day, right? You took an ass whooping like you took an ass whooping. It is what it is, right? We bruised up. The ass whooping, get your ass whooped.
Yeah, man. I remember them ass whoopings coming back.
So, but nowadays, that shit warrants yo motherfucking you gone. You gone. Your parents is going to jail. You get in the court. You going into the system. You out. You going to live with somebody you don't want to live with, or some bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? Like none of this shit is the same no more. Like, and I don't know. And I don't know, like you seem like you have a little bit more research and knowledge than I do, obviously, because I just basically live my life on sports. So maybe you could enlighten.
Man, I work with kids. Metro River Gang Coalition 1 and 2. Worked at a youth center. Used to go to the jails. The thing is, then, and that was 1996 to 2007, I can tell you straight up, the worst kids, all they wanted was boundaries. Mm-hmm. The worst kids just wanted to know somebody gave a fuck about them.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep. You know what I mean? I can tell you right now, there's been times where I didn't have to go to a kid, go in his backpack, take his pistol, punch him in the face, and tell him to go back and go to the studio and think about what he did. Now, if I'd have did that as a social worker, come on, man.
Yep.
But that kid didn't go out and sell no dope. That kid wasn't in the streets no more. You feel what I'm saying?
And this,
he found a safe haven. But you can't do that because the system says, well, we gotta punish. We gotta punish them. Yeah, there's a consequence, but at the same time, you got to look at it from a situation is it's always been, and no disrespect to those, but in my idea of who's making these laws, it's some bitter ass old white chick who can't get a man, who's hella smart, but the only happiness she get is from a dildo, and she's the one that's writing these laws and pushing it. And I'm not, and I know that's a very foolish stereotype, but come on, man, a black mom, whatever say if you hit your kids, that's child abuse. A black father, or even a urban white dad. Come on now, take their kid out there to the corn patch and whoop that ass. But we live in a society where these women are talking about they're weak. They'll kill themselves. They're weak. They're come on, man. It's just this bullshit ass game, and unfortunately, parents keep falling for it.
They do, because I know my mother didn't fall for that shit. Because we tried it one time, and I learned, and I'm gonna be honest, I learned it from a white kid. And I was the only one bold enough to say this shit. Said, I'm gonna call the people on you. That was the last time I ever said it in my motherfucking life, though. She said, shit. Oh yeah. She said, oh yeah. She dialed 911. Hey, my son acting up. He said he's gonna call y'all on me. Be here right now, but he's gonna get his ass whooped until you get here. I said, no. You know what I mean? So went in the back, talked to him again, whatever. She's just trying to scare straight my ass. She took me later on. But I was scared to death. You know what I'm saying? I never, I was just threatening to act like I was a big stuff, you know what I mean, as a kid, test my mother out. But my mother didn't give two fucking shits. You know what I'm saying? She proved herself. My mother was the ill gangster. You know what I mean? Like, she's not playing the fucking game. You go ahead. And that's I think that's the risk you're going to have to take. I don't give a fuck, bro.
Let me put you on some game.
My kids ain't running me. If you want to call, you want DCF, you want new kids, tell them straight up, you want new parents?
Yep.
Go ahead, motherfucker. Go ahead.
Let me put you on some game. These kids, by other kids in Disney and other places, are taught how to come up with PTSD or depression or all these other things from the other kids and TikTok videos and stuff. They learn how to act and move like this from other kids. They learn how to be all of a sudden depressed or suicidal by the shit that they watching and hearing because they get a reward out of it. That's the fucked up part about society now. Kids are just learning how to be sick, and they ain't sick at all. They just want to be a victim.
I don't know if y'all learned it, but I know all the bad shit that I seen kids do to their parents was white kids. I've never really until later on seen black kids acting the fuck up because they used to get their ass whooped all the time. They were scared to death. And you know what I mean? Like, I understand there's the reason why they changed the laws because there are some parents that went too far. You know what I mean? And they ended up, changing the laws around and shit like that. But it's gotten to the point where there's Karens everywhere. There's everybody's all in your business. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's all in your business. So it's like you can't even turn right or tell your kids to tie their own fucking shoes now. I'm not gonna say can't because I can't stand that fucking word. People are not doing it. People are not risking action to change their kids' lives around.
So let me say this then. I like what you just said. And I'm going to say this, and a lot of people have a disagreement, but that's what I like about Kanye West.
Thank you.
He sit there and said, I'm tired of the master. I'm tired of, and everybody dropped them, and everybody did this and this and that. But the funny thing about it, to show you how stupid we is as a people, no one looked at the whole interviews. No one looked at the front of the White Lives Matter shirt. No one ever listened to the whole story. They just saw something they didn't like. And it just shows you how scary and how weak we are as a people. Just some scary ass, fucked up ass people.
Right. It's scary. It's super scary. Because it's like it's like the apocalypse. You know what I mean? It's like those are the zombies. Like, right, like the people who understand and pay a fucking attention, who are not brainwashed, like me, you, us, we sit there and try to explain these things to people, and the shit that come out their fucking mouths. Like, I'm always in the YouTube streets watching shit and watching chats and stuff, and the stuff that they say back to someone who is trying to do what everybody's been trying to do, live a free life of what I feel like doing, and live the way I want to without too many people in my business or restrictions that are stopping me from doing the stuff that I want to do, the great stuff. But
you sound like you're talking about the pro-blacks, the pro-black.
It's not even pro-black. It's coon blacks. It's them dumb motherfuckers, man, who can't even understand that y'all kissing ass 24/7 of the day. You know what I'm saying? And when you see they contradict themselves 24/7. First of all, they're like, they want freedom, they want this, want that. But when somebody steps up to do the shit to try to get it for us, they want to say, "Oh, you going and you? How dare you do that? And you stupid, you crazy, you crazy, you crazy, crazy." To the point where you say crazy so much, they're like, "Oh, this motherfucker's crazy." How you crazy by acting like what we wanted to act like from the very beginning? Everybody went to sleep. That's why they call it woke, because everybody's asleep right now. The zombie ass niggas is sleeping.
Yeah, I don't like the way people use woke now. Woke now is how dumb you really are. Woke 10 years ago was actually people was really conscientious about life and substance and critical thinking and stuff like that. Woke today is, we talked about this before too. Woke today is like who hit you over the head with a goddamn billy goat. That's what woke today to me is. It ain't like it used to be at all.
Some funny shit is, I told somebody we had an electric car in the 90s, early 2000s. It was like, you lying, you lying, ready to fight me. And I said, go look up this video. Who killed the electric car? They watched the first 3 minutes and we ain't friends no more. They don't even want to talk to me no more.
It's crazy, right?
Not because I was wrong, because they didn't like the answer that they got. We don't look at this society. If you look at tribal people, they call alcohol spirits. Why do they call it spirits? But we don't look at it like that.
Why would it be a spirit in alcohol? Doesn't it change your perception? Doesn't it change everything about you when you drink too much?
But we argue about anything that goes against Disney.
Here's the thing.
When somebody showed me the Wakanda original movie and what was the whole science behind it, it broke my heart, bro. It broke my heart. Because I was running around Wakanda forever. I'm like,
I still got to watch that.
With the first one?
Explain a little bit of that. What's the first one?
So if you remember when, what was the name? Killjoy? I forget the character's name.
Killmonger.
What did Killmonger want to do?
He wanted to be king. He wanted to be top of. He wanted to be. He wanted to go to war with everybody.
His agenda was to get black people around the world off of the foot of the white man. So he said, "Let's go give them the weapons. Let's go give them the technology."
True, it is. Yep.
So he was a bad guy. I'm not saying that's a good thing or bad thing on a good day or bad day, but if you think about the implications, and then you have the white CIA agent who was the one who saved the day. Who got the situation going out. And then you have the women who stayed loyal to, we're going to leave it alone. And then you got...
no, don't leave nothing alone. Let's go.
Now you got the Woman King. If you look at everything that's been happening...
I've been watching it, bro.
Everything is happening. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been a Sith. I bought Black Panther, the movie. I was, you know what I mean? I was even making jewelry for the 11 because I got a whole bunch of dope pieces.
Me too.
I got like 100 pieces that I made. And I make it from scratch.
Medallion.
Yeah, but if we don't look at it, Marvel was in trouble. Disney was in trouble. They was in a lawsuit. How was they going to get the money from with a movie? Why? Because most people spend their money as who?
Negroes.
But white people supported that movie big time too.
But we made that movie.
Okay.
We made that movie what Tom Hill. We made it what Tommy Hilfiger wouldn't have been if his clothes was never left in the hood.
Right.
We made Wakanda what we made Jordans.
So let me ask you. So let's ask this question, right? Being that you just said what you just said. So why do we support what other people like the Tommy Hilfigers, the Timberlands?
I think then.
So why are those supported?
I think this is the difference, though. Back then, Hush Puppies, Clarks, Banana Republic, the old school one with the Safari T-shirt and stuff. We made it fly. We didn't wear it to make them money. We wore it to be fly. I think now we live in a culture where you have to have it to be valid, which goes back to the point. Young people don't know who they are, have value within themselves.
Well,
because
going
up back.
So you say
wait. Let's speak correctly. We don't have to have it, Seven. They think they have to have their influence.
Bingo. Yeah.
They think they need that to show validation of what they really aren't.
Yeah. So who made it fly? So when you say that, you be like, yo, we made it to be fly. Who made it fly? Was somebody? No, but what I'm saying is like was somebody trying to be different, or was somebody trying to? So somebody was trying to set a trend.
Yep.
It wasn't even a trend. So if you look at they were talking about the 5 boroughs and the impact fashion has. It's a book called Rebranded. I'll find the author because I think it's a dope book if you read it. But he goes into the fact is that most companies that were just surviving, that were just they weren't marketing, advertising, or nothing. They were just brands. Somebody went, grabbed them, thought it was fly, added to their repertoire, and the next thing you know,
who was that person though? Who was that person that did that? Did they have
it was an average. It wasn't an athlete. It was an average cat in the hood.
So somebody
average cats that were dressing. What they were dressing. What I'm saying is, think about it. When I was growing up, we had a breakdance crew. We had our parachute pants. You feel what I'm saying? We had our jackets and our shoes.
You said parachute pants?
Yeah, but what?
Hey, man, back up on my parachute pants.
All right, listen. They were just talking about mine. But who taught you that though? Where'd you get that influence? Where'd you even learn breakdancing from?
But that's what I'm saying. But it was inside the culture until it became something that they pimped out and they sold to the masses. Because if you look at think about penny loafers. None of us are wearing penny loafers, but when I came to Colorado, all the black boys is wearing penny loafers.
Yo, them shits is ugly as fuck. I ain't never wearing them bitches.
Stop.
I wore penny loafers way back in the day.
I bet you did. You fucking R&B singing nigga.
I did too.
I bet you wore. I bet you wore with your ankle showing too.
I don't know about
it. Think about it.
Dance wasn't like that. Dance all the way down to the leg. I couldn't do that.
We made polka dots fly. We made colors fly. We made things. So what it is our culture was doing it. We weren't doing it for the money. We were doing it because it was fly. Now companies put it in our community. H&M does more black advertising with their clothing than any other brand right now.
So we make it look fly.
So do y'all agree? Do you agree that most black people know that we are the influence of most of the world?
Yeah,
I know.
We are.
Do you think most black people know that?
Yeah, I believe.
No, they don't.
I believe most of them do.
I don't think they do.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Well,
I don't think they do.
Hey, we get reminded of that all the time.
I'm gonna tell you but I'm gonna tell you why we don't think we do. It's because if we did, we'd use it more in a positive structure than we do in a negative way. We use our trends and we use our power and the ability to create the trends, and we take it and make it in a negative instead of being in a positive. And that's the problem. That's the problem. So we don't know because we're not using our brains to say, yo, we can use this in a positive way instead of using it in a negative way to cause all this friction, all this drama, all this fucking bullshit that we doing. You should be taking our power that we have of creating and being an influence across the world. Come on now. Wu-Tang is everywhere. Wu-Tang is everywhere, my G.
Let me ask you a question.
Wu-Tang is here, China, fucking across the country, my guy.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. You said power, right? Do you even think that black people know what power is all about?
They don't understand it.
But they don't understand it. They don't understand. But we feel it, though, right? We feel power, though, right?
You act like you feel power. You act like people act like they feel power. People act like they feel power through a couple dollars they have. People act like they feel power through the car they have. People act like they have power through the jewelry they have. People act like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, yo, I got on these $1,000 fucking shoes or these $500 jeans. They think that's power when they go outside.
Right,
we have.
You don't know what power is.
The way we think about power. The way we think about power is falsified. Like, it's not okay.
Power is speaking, not speaking.
Power is influence.
Not speaking to the narrative that they wanted to speak to, like the narrative.
That's manipulating power.
Yeah. Power is no. Power is okay, you want to speak against the narrative that we want you to speak to. Now we're going to cancel you. Now we're going to make you feel like you a little boy.
That's showing power.
You're going to have to apologize 1,000 times.
That's showing power.
Not the right apology. That's power.
That's showing power. Yeah.
Chinese influence, China influence of the NBA and stuff like that is huge. True power.
So power is influence, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Jewish. The Jewish community, a very powerful entity in this country as well. So yeah, absolutely.
We are too. But guess what? We'll take Jordans, spend $500 for them, make them a huge fucking trend, right? And then kill each other for them. Think about that. How the fuck is that not abusing the fuck? How is that not thinking about what you're doing?
But he's talking about real power though.
That is a power though, my guy.
He's talking about no power.
But that's the power. We have the power to make somebody else great.
Yeah.
We make people
so
great.
if we recognize what we're doing, but if we recognize that and turn it into a positive, we could do so much more.
Okay.
Instead of what we're doing. Like we take it and we make it a negative, right? So that power comes with music, right? So you take in rap music, right? And you're saying, oh, I'm on the corner, I'm selling drugs, I'm blah 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 blah. I shoot this nigga, I kill this nigga, and now you naming cats at that. Now they naming them, and then they going to do it, right? So you can't tell me that that's happening, and we got. How I don't even understand. I don't know because I don't listen to this like nonsense like that no more. But I see it. There's probably over 50 rappers that have passed away in the past couple of years. Young, under 30.
Yes.
Under 30.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You trying to tell me that music don't have that kind of power in a negative way, but if they twisted it, it would be more influential and we'd be doing better? And we be doing more positive things in the community, and all you have to do is twist the narrative just a little bit in your song. And guess what?
They don't twist the narrative. The narrative.
But what I'm saying, all you have to do is do that. If you do that, so just like you could say, I'm drug dealing, I'm killing, I'm blah 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 blah.
They don't twist the narrative.
Switch it. If you can switch it, but you have to be strong enough not to sign with the labels that's giving you fucking 100,000, 100,000, blah 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 blah.
We hear it like this. What Jason Collins. This what Jason Collins just said. Power is influence without y'all seeing my face. What's the name? We always talk about like people like Michael.
That's only half true.
That's extremely power.
That's extreme.
That's real power. That's real power.
Yeah, but that's half true.
Somebody got their hands up LeBron James' ass. Somebody got their hands up on Colin Kaepernick ass. Somebody got their ass up on Michael Jordan's ass.
Somebody got their ass up there?
Their hands up in Michael Jordan's ass. They all puppets, is what I'm trying to say. So this is what he's saying. We will never see the guys that tell a Charles Barkley in a shack to say this stupid, ignorant stuff so they can put this dude down and he whatever he just shared it. But we don't look at the Amazon, like let's say we talk about the what's the name? The Amazon company is getting paid for this so-called anti-Semitism, what you call that, documentary they're selling. They're getting paid off of that.
Right.
But they're going to do whatever they can to try to kill this young man voice because he's just tweeted. He didn't even say nothing. The shit that he be saying, the world's flat and all that. He just retweeted something, but they don't go against the big Apple, the Amazon guy, the $130 billion man. But they're gonna go after him. That's another dude that don't really have to show his face. That's real power.
But that's only half true because most of these powerful people are showing their faces nowadays. So that's only half true now.
Most of the powerful people were showing their face.
Well, we don't see we don't see the Rothsteins. We don't see none of them cats that rule the world. We don't see none of them. No.
Let me ask y'all a question, man. We don't need to see them, do we? Really? We don't really need to see them because we see the shit that people are. All right. This is the thing with this conspiracy theory and people not believing shit. When you see something in your fucking face one time, you might question it. You're like, I don't know, they might be wrong or right or wrong because I don't see it too much, blah, blah, blah. But if you see something consistently happening, if people are trying to come out and say this shit, why? I'm sticking to this one thing. Why are black folks so freaking idiotic to the point where they'll just sit there and be like, no, I don't believe you stupid, you crazy. It's right there. Going back to the Kanye West thing. He said that these people are canceling people because you're just using their name. When we could go out and say white lives matter, nothing happens to you. We could go out and say black lives matter, nothing happens to you. We could go and say this and that. We go say, let's go kill it again. We can name the motherfucker, go kill her, murder her, and we still able to do this shit. They don't take it down. They don't cancel shit that's ruining us. But a fucking name you say, and your whole world comes crumbling down, and he said that's the problem. This is why and when you say there's a decision that needs to be made, when there's an option, listen to the fucking word I said, when there's an option, this is why people do what they want, because America's free enough to have the options to do what you want to do. We choose to take the option to be slaves. There's been one person that's been trying to prove the whole thing the whole time that we follow. It's our option to be slaves, and we're choosing to be slaves. Noriega canceled. Noriega in his face, in his boy's face, laughing, smiling, take a shot. Let's do this and that. I use this show and I open this panel for you to be real. Say what you want to say, because this is mine. You say what you want to say. Kanye say what he want to say. He leave. Next thing you know, this ain't yours, nigga. Take that shit down, nigga.
Yep, that's real power.
You hear the words I'm using? They sound harsh, nigga. That's exactly how they proved that they saying nigga.
That's
in our power. Face, but we still sitting there like this. No, but he's crazy. He's crazy. He don't know what he's talking about. The white girl got him crazy. That nigga been woke the whole time, bro. His family was been woke since the beginning. He was bred to do this shit.
He sleeps as well.
No, everybody sleep. Just because he do it his way, we all different. Everybody wants to speak out, but we don't speak out the same way, do we?
No, nobody does.
We all want to be heard. We all want to be heard.
But a lot of people know the point is a lot of people do speak out the same way.
One second, one at a time.
Yes, indeed.
We all wanted to be heard at one point in time in life. And when we went to do it, wasn't it some outlandish type of way to do it just to be heard?
Yes, but the point is right now though that a lot of people are speaking out the same way. A lot of people are the same way. We don't have a lot of individuals, and I am not a Kanye West fan. Don't get this fucking shit twisted. I do not believe in 95% of this shit he do and or say. All right, so don't get this twisted. But I am glad that he is speaking out and being an individual. I am happy for that part and that part only. I'm not saying everything he's saying is right. I do not agree with everything he says. I agree with some of it. I don't agree with all of it.
Heard that.
All right. So I'm not a fan of him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that. But I will stick up for some of the things he say. He is being the black cat, as they say. You know what I'm saying? Of the industry, of the family, whatever you want to say. You know what I mean? So,
hey, Savage,
yeah. Hold on. I want to, because I don't like silence too much. 7 was good, man. Come on, man. You know you got them words.
Hey, man, I'm listening to y'all laughing because I respect. He said I don't like nothing Kanye do. I think it goes back to just my dude is in his lane. I had it. No, let me be real. I was on that Kanye West is crazy. But something said, watch the whole interview.
All of them.
And when I started watching the entire interviews, bro, they are tacticians at just cutting sound bites and then throwing a narrative on it. And I think the sad thing about it is, if we as people were forced to listen to the whole interview before we had an opinion, most motherfuckers would be behind Ye. I'm just being honest with you. Most of them would be behind him. Because
it's not that we're not behind him. I don't think it's not that some people are not behind him. I think like what we're going back to is that social media, and like I said, I'm not a fan of this bullshit at all. But like I said, social media has played a huge part in what has as portraying him the way he is, right? So,
but the definition of social media is an algorithm that's created by the CIA. That's meant to destabilize easily without having to go in and do a whole bunch of marketing campaigns. They ain't got to send Judas. They just give them the screen. So what I mean specifically, Buzz, is if we had to listen to the whole interview, we would say fuck Gap. We would say fuck Versace. We would say fuck Louis Vuitton. We would say fuck Gucci. We would fuck. At the end of the day, bro, this is a piece of leather with a gold-plated piece of medallion on it.
Mm-hmm.
Put another man's name on it.
That's why I will always say
that's what we idolize.
It would never be another Muhammad Ali, because again, what we all miss out on, this is a religious thing. This is a spiritual thing. These people, they don't want our athletes to look upon our entertainers, whatever how you want to call it. A lot of our politicians, they don't want them to look upon a religion. They don't want them to keep on talking about God. See, this is a situation where I truly believe, it's only an opinion of mine. I truly believe that the Kyrie Irving situation is that he called himself an Israelite. He says things about God and stuff like that, and people are mad about that. People are pissed about that. What you guys don't understand, they want us to go away from the Most High God. I'm telling you, they don't care about nothing else. You got to be reckless in the mouth, but if you go with an entity like a being that created all this, that people feel, this is the situation we have here. It's really it's about being so-called anti-Semitic, but it's more about being, he knows who he is. He said, it was a quote where he says, I can't be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from. Like, you guys got to understand, like, we joke all around and stuff like that. But our sons is going to go through this shit if we don't really comprehend what's going on. And like we have to care about more than ourselves. Like most religions, most people, they understand that. Most strong cultural people understand that, except for a lot of Americans.
See, but the problem I have, like the problem I have with a Kanye and a Kyrie Irving, is that they're towing the line in both worlds, right? So they entertainers and they trying to speak their mind at the same time, right? And they trying to be who they are,
100.
right? And
100,
I did this
100.
Kyrie, how is he doing it? I'm going to tell you, Seven, and we'll say, wait. Tell me how Kyrie doing it.
Wow.
No. Because he's a basketball player at the end of the day, right, my G? So, all right, listen. So Kanye, even Kanye West, right? So we're gonna talk about somebody who made most of his riches off of an industry that's trying to blackball him at the same time, right? Because of his beliefs. Yeah. So like I even did this. We did this on a sports show, my G, like about Kyrie Irving, like how his and I said this, like, so his beliefs, why should they be condemned? His personal beliefs be condemned for what he does as a, for his job, you know what I'm saying, for his profession. He's an athlete, but he's also an individual at the same time.
Right.
So when with these two people, they're towing the line, bro. You know what I'm saying? And when you're in that situation, they're not us. We ain't shit. You feel what I'm saying? If we was ever to become shit, guess what happens? We also have to figure out if we want to toe the line or be destroyed as they are for what we believe in. You dig what I'm saying? So
I can't dig because I don't make millions of dollars. I'm not because I don't make millions of dollars. I feel like I am somebody. Because if I feel like I'm not somebody, my son, I might as well say, son, well, you do what you're supposed to do because daddy ain't nobody. That's how I feel about it. That ain't nobody. So you go along and try to learn from somebody that makes millions upon millions of dollars.
Nah, we not.
I don't care what nobody says.
99.9%.
99.9% of our celebrities will never ever talk about stuff they're going through. 5 years ago, I would not talk about what I want. I would never be who I was 5 years ago. I would never be who I was 10 years ago because I learned. Kanye learned from where he was 10 years ago, where he was 5 years ago. Kyrie is still a young man. He's learning. He lives in a three-dimensional mindset. And if you're going to get at him because he's a type of guy that, he's religious and he has
let's be fair
path, that's you. You could be, that could be you. But me that live a three-dimensional mindset, I'm going to see this man and I'm going to say, yep, I see the dude.
I'm not just, but I'm not saying I don't think that's, I think the thing we're missing is Kanye West is in a situation where he can study. Also, and Kyrie, but I'm just saying these men are in a place where their economics allow them to and I think that's the thing we always disconnect and we discount. These professionals have the resources and access to move how they move. They ain't got to get up and run to work for somebody. They're working on their dream. They're working in their profession and they're eating that way. He ain't got to worry about somebody shooting up his neighborhood. He ain't got to worry about what's in the refrigerator. But consider it, because I see you checking out. But consider it, where you are right now, you would never be able to sit the same way right now the way you are if you were sitting on $100 million. Mm-hmm. You just wouldn't, because your whole lifestyle would be different. So you wouldn't have to go to work.
Do we cut him off because he's making $100 million?
I never said that.
No, I'm asking. I'm asking.
Hell no, we don't cut him off.
So what is the meaning of what you're trying to comprehend to me? Because it's been Muhammad Ali. He left the world with billions of dollars with his family. He was broke, but when they started to love him, he worked the world with billions of dollars. Even before he had that, He had
Wasn't Muhammad Ali shunned though? Wasn't Muhammad Ali shunned and all of that shit too?
I just said that. I just said that. I just said that.
But this is what I'm saying though. So this is what I'm saying.
Talking about people who have money. We're talking about people who have money versus those who are in the community who are honest Hebrew Israelites who study, who are humble, who follow it. But what I'm no, that's not what I'm saying.
Let him finish.
Don't hijack. Don't hijack the narrative. I'm saying.
I didn't even
let him finish.
There are us. What I'm saying is there are us who aren't economically free to make moves and decisions who are already doing it. That's all I was saying. I didn't say we throw him with the bathwater. I'm saying it's a whole different situation when you got time and energy on your hands to study and do what you want to do, your craft, to fly, to travel, go sit and speak with great leaders or thought leaders and sit there in front of people to get the right information. Most of us don't. I'm just asking you to consider that. I have nothing against Kyrie or I don't have nothing against True.
I get it. Just consider that he's saying consider a different narrative in what you're saying. You know, not just going against. Just consider a different eye of it.
Like, let me give you a small example in our world. In our world, I don't come on here, right? But I came on here because I had a vacation day, right? Right. So, like, I don't have time. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so these people have unlimited resources financially. You know what I'm saying? To do whatever they do. And they also got that from someone else.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when these people speak up, they have to know why they're speaking up with a consequence, my guy. Like Kanye spoke up with a consequence. He got dropped from everything. Yo, even the Goodwill said, you can't bring Yeezys here no more. The Goodwill said, we're not accepting Yeezys, my G. Like, whether it's true or not, listen, I'm going on social media bullshit. They said you can't bring fucking Yeezys here to the Goodwill. My G, he's dropped from everything. They're trying to crush this man. I don't agree with that.
Now he's making $10,000 off of one pair of Yeezys now. Come on, man. They're not going. The thing is, we live in a time now when you speak anything towards the truth or towards the light, all hell's going to break loose on you.
Thanks. So,
but guess what? We have a platform. We could speak all this shit, and guess what? Nobody's gonna do nothing but possibly cut off this motherfucking channel. And guess what? Who gives a fuck? Because we got to go to work in the morning.
I give a fuck.
And also, like,
I give a fuck.
No, but what I'm saying,
you're an individual.
But I'm saying though,
you're an individual.
At this point in time,
individual. Yeah.
But at this point in time, the shit that pay our bills isn't this. The shit that pay his bills is now dropping him paying his bills, my G. So you got to think about that on his platform. What he's doing, what Kyrie Irving's doing, he just volunteered to pay $500,000 to anti-Semitic shit with the New Jersey Nets.
Right.
Because of his comment. Because guess what? Because guess what? Because now he needs to play basketball still.
But guess what? But but you know what? That's speaking up that everybody can hear to show people that you can't speak up. It cost him $500,000. He got that. Now I can go back to basketball. So there are ways.
But he can't though. He can't though. You want to know why? Because now the commissioner of basketball wants to speak with him because he doesn't think his apology was sincere enough. So now it's not the same. It's not the same, son.
It isn't the same, but what it is,
it's never going to be the same on how the money.
The good thing about it is now people with huge influence are doing it. Now people you know what I mean? Instead of regular civilians marching, now people with huge influence are doing it. And you know what?
Tell me.
Well, hold on. But we cannot. You got to look at the details of everything too. We have to see what's looking. It's going slow as fuck, but it is in our favor. We just need more people. So check out the fucking YouTube now, right? YouTube now has a whole flood of new content of men expressing themselves, which we never used to before, right? There's a whole manosphere now. It's it's lucrative right now on YouTube. That's why everybody's doing it. And now a whole narrative is changing, and a lot more people are looking at a whole different perspective of life now and changing their lives around. Yes, it is slow because it takes a while to embed this just like years and years, centuries of manipulation and all the bullshit in our heads to make us get that PTSD, black bullshit, all the stuff that they taught us to hate ourselves and shit like that. We are now trying to get that shit out and, speak it into existence so we can make a change. So I don't see how everybody wants to change and they see a person that's doing the utmost, risking his whole fucking life to change something that we know needs to be changed. And people are looking at it like it's nothing. My whole thing is accountability of just, I don't give a fuck about your feelings. What's right? You know what I'm saying? What's right and what's wrong? And what do you see? What is in your face? What's the majority? I hate when people say, but not all of us. We know that, you stupid motherfucker, because my singularity, my life is different from yours. So I'm not, you know what I mean? I can sit there, but not mine, but not mine. We're not going to get anywhere, but not mine. You know what I'm saying?
So you drink.
So what I'm trying to say is what I'm trying to say is what the fuck are we really gonna do? What are we really gonna do? To be honest with you,
what we are really gonna do. What can we do? What can we influence?
What can and are. And influence is, I believe, to start off with our kids, man. Try to take as much, depending on the age. You work with the ages. If they're younger than a certain age, like 18 and under, try to eliminate these.
I would say 28. I would say 30. I would say 30 and under.
No, I'm talking about this. I'm talking about social media type thing.
Yeah, you know still 30 and under. Listen, 30 and under still strong.
Giving the kids the phones, but it starts from the beginning. Giving the kids the phones, they automatically, if they knock one button, bro. If it's a unrestricted phone, one button, one G or this and that could go to a porn. One could go to violence. First time, they don't know, but we don't really even know what vision in our head could trigger something to make us a certain way. We don't know that until we're an adult, and we still willing to go through that with our kids. You know what I'm saying? The phone nannies.
So as far as that's concerned, sorry, I'm gonna say something real quick. As far as like you talking about where the phones, you know where that has to actually start. Can we start when we giving it to our kids? You wanna know why? Because we don't even have fucking landlines no more, my G. So when we do that, we have to say, hey, how are we gonna have our kids contact us? We're giving them cell phones because we don't have landlines. We don't have pay phones. We have to. We're forced to give our kids something.
We don't have to give children smartphones.
No, not smartphones. I didn't say smartphones. I'm not saying smartphones, but phones in general.
You know what? You give your kid a flip phone. It's in his.
Give a kid a flip phone. Exactly.
Give a kid a flip phone.
We have to. You know what I mean? Like, yo,
we gotta give a kid a smartphone. No, give a kid a flip phone.
And that's the key. And that's the key. And that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, that's the key, is to find a solution to dummy down the situation. So like he said, flip phone. That's all I said. Like, but because they have to be able to get in touch with us, because we have taken away the ability for them to get in touch with us outside the world. Before we had pay phones, before we could ask it, you know what I'm saying? Now they can't do that. Our 11 to 12-year-olds out there roaming the streets, if they don't got no phone, there's nowhere to dial with a quarter, my guy. There's nowhere to dial with a quarter.
It's called a flip phone that sits in your pocket, and it's $20
exactly,
a month.
But that's it though. But that's it, and you have to stick to that, and that's what these parents have to do. We can't spoil the kids as well.
So who is to take the most account when it comes to the rap music and all this influence, social media, rap music? Because I want to get into something real quick before we get out of here, because we haven't talked about it yet. We got people's minds open right now. So we could, you know, manhood. You know, the last part of the show is the fucking animal, man. So you know. So I just want to get out of the way. What can we do? Who needs to take the most accountability in these situations? For the influence of our kids, and I'm talking about
Leon
kids
Combs and up.
25 and down.
Leo Combs and up. That's what I'm gonna say. The executives.
Shout out to Daryl Long in the building.
That's what I'm saying. Period. I think if they had some gunfire, some smoke, I bet you they wouldn't put out their Tekashi 6652 or no little Dirk or no little. I bet you if somebody was throwing some halos over them, I bet you wouldn't have no more of that music. Tell me I'm wrong.
I don't understand it. What do you mean?
I'm saying that you went to the people who are signing the contracts, who are putting out the money.
Yep.
To keep this stuff glorified. If you did some haymakers on them, yeah, you do a couple of Calicos, a couple of Glocks on them, I bet you won't have no problem with this music no more. I
Take
bet
action.
you.
Hey, here's the ill part. Hey, they used to run up in they used to run up in the media stations back in the day, right? The music stations back in the day, and say, "Play my shit."
Right now,
how about you run up in the music station and say, "Don't play that shit."
Right.
Don't play that shit. Fuck is wrong with you? Don't play that shit.
Right. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, I used to love the music. I love all types of music. You know what I'm saying? I never really was into the gangster rap type shit, but I love beats. And I love the way music is put together, so I listen to all types of music. But if I had to choose, because I'm always on one side when it comes to the music, and it's slow, it's R&B, and if it's upbeat shit, it's just instrumentals. I don't want to hear nobody's words. I can take a hook and a beat, that's it, and I'll jam out. But if it's promoting violence and it's killing everybody, if you can't go to freaking dice games, you can't go outside. You always got to protect yourself because everybody wants to be a thug ass rapper. Because you know everybody wants to be a rapper. Everybody.
So Jim, psychologists and not stenographers, I forget what they are, but they study sound waves, the brain. They went to the music industry and said, these are the wavelengths that causes this type of emotion. This brings out this certain type of energy. They went to the labels and was saying there's this subliminal energy towards music and to language, and they went to the labels, and originally it was the warning, parental advisory on the music.
Right.
What they did was just say, well, it doesn't matter. We're not going to have another MC Hammer. We got to get rid of him because MC Hammer is too, we got to make him hard. We're going to stick with Ice Cube. We're going to stick with SIBO. We're going to stick with, we still had what? The De La something Sapien. We had a lot of good artists.
De La Soul, the Homo Sapiens and all that shit.
Yeah, but we had a lot of good artists. De La Soul.
We had
Glenn Nubian. Yeah, but the industry said, guess what? We get more money by destroying the community than we do building a community.
But who can really destroy a community? The people
who
are in it. The people who are in it.
Hey, just like Jason said, the people that we don't see that have the true power are the people that can destroy the community.
Wait. But listen,
like I said, you ever heard of the Rothsteins? You ever heard of the Rothsteins?
I understand that, but listen, who has the power to really change the community? It's the community.
People don't understand. All right, so here's what we don't get. Those people who got money don't need our money, my G. They're just enhancing their lifestyle. They're just controlling its power at that point. They already don't need our money. They already control it. They already control the land. They already control the narrative. They already control everything. They don't when we go and be rappers and athletes and all of this shit, my guy, that shit is already brought down from them, from family, from generation to generation most of the time.
Yep.
So they don't need us at the end of the day. We kind of need them. We need their money.
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
We need their money, but we don't know how to take
Right.
we don't know how to take their money and make power.
Yeah,
we
we
don't
do.
know how to control.
So-
we don't know how to twist it yet.
Here's the
We
thing.
haven't figured out how to twist it.
But wait, what
So
you're not trying to
Savage-
understand it, I'm trying to get to the ultimate accountability
Yeah.
here. The ultimate
So
accountability is here that the world was built on ass up down bullshit anyway, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to go up and down, yin and yang, bad and good to create the fucking world. That's how it is. But when it comes to the community, who are the ones in the community? The community. Who are the ones being influenced? The community. If the community didn't want to be influenced, what they got to do? Stop fucking being influenced. And what do you got to do to stop being influenced? Stop the bullshit. Stick together. So it's not the people who are putting out there, because that's what makes money in this world. We can adapt to separating, knowing the difference between how you make money and to survive and what's right for your family. You know what I'm saying? Or what's right for your people. So if you knew that somebody's fucking up the community and you still let them do it, how is that holding accountability?
But what's right and what's wrong? What's right and what's wrong for your family? You feel what I'm saying? So like that's what people have to learn to separate. Because if you ever been put in a position,
Don't get off what he was saying. Don't get out what he's saying. He's saying
I'm not.
Yeah. And that's us.
It's us.
That's us.
So the ultimate accountability, it ain't who gives a fuck about who makes TikTok, who gives a fuck about who makes YouTube. That's business, bro. And what our pressure, we don't need them either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they know that they can get money out of us. So you spending money like you need to get
money out of them. Everything works.
But hold on. But the thing is, you are not getting money out of them. You're spending money on them. Knowing it's a problem. So
how?
What do you mean how? What do you mean how?
Buying their cars.
You know what I'm saying? Like what? All right. How the fuck is Adidas benefiting you right now?
Every person.
You buy Adidas, but how many? You know, what does it benefit you?
There's a hierarchy of everything, though, Mike.
Why do you
buy? So you start something.
Well,
hold on.
You're not understanding what I'm trying to say.
You can't say that because you started a channel.
The highest hierarchy is yourself. Your self accountability is the highest hierarchy.
If you started a channel, we do Savage Calm Entertainment.
Right.
If YouTube decides to pay you to keep this channel going, what the fuck you gonna do at that point?
Keep it going.
Exactly. Under their fucking rules, my G.
But wait.
But that don't have nothing to do with Savage.
You are now in the crosshairs. You in the crosshairs at this point.
No. You didn't make no context for no crosshairs. What you said was, if YouTube decided to ask me to pay for my content, I did this for content regardless. If I got good enough content for them to ask me to get paid for it, obviously the content I'm putting out there is good. So I'm going to keep the content going to make my bread. And when I make my bread, that's what you didn't ask. Once my bread is made, I got to advance to do more. I need my own. I'm not going to sit under a thumb. I'm going to watch the contracts. You know what I mean? Like I'm woke, not woke. I'm awake. I don't sleep. So you know what I'm saying? I'm awake. So obviously I got the information that there's people stepping on necks if you work under them. So no, I don't want to work under nobody. So I'm going to build the platform, build the whole situation, build my life on. I don't have to work for nobody. And if I have to work like we all do, like human beings, work for somebody to get where we want to be, that's what I'm going to do.
And Savage, you said, and another thing, like this was Steve said, like, what you going to do when they start paying you? Like, they got to pay you for what you're doing. And you bring this, like what Harris Sr. saying. You're saying things, you believe everything that you're doing. They got to pay you because everything you're doing is like legit. So they want to probably hear like whatever your algorithm is, whatever people sending people here, they're going to pay you for it. So you can still keep it in your realm as long as you getting them paid and you're getting paid. So that's going to happen. So it ain't like you coming in here, chucking and jiving and telling everybody kings and queens and stuff like that, and you getting that type of audience, what have you. So
you don't know that.
What do you mean?
You don't know that because guess what? Because guess what? Hold on. Once somebody invests in you, they're investing in you for the long term, and they're selling a product, my guy. That product is meant to grow. That product is meant to grow, or they can't make money off of you.
So why would
while they're making money off of you, they like to set a set of rules. Okay, if they set that set of rules, if you don't oblige by them, you will be cut off, and there'll be no more money.
No,
okay, so that's what I'm saying. The Kanye West thing is perfect for you. The Kanye West thing is perfect for you. He was with a bunch of companies. He didn't oblige by the shit that they like. So guess what they did? They dropped him from every fucking thing, and they're trying to destroy somebody who has a voice of opinion, and in America, a so-called freedom of fucking speech, which we really don't have.
Okay.
So while we're doing that, Why we're doing that?
What? No, hold on. While we're doing that, what happened? While we're doing that, what?
While we're doing that, we're losing, because at the end of the day, what you really, really don't realize is that you yourself, the people that Jason said you don't see, are really controlling you at the end of the fucking day. And we don't really have a fucking voice or a fucking narrative. And this shit really not a fucking freedom of fucking speech. This ain't freedom of motherfucking nothing at the end of the day, my guy. So you're going to get paid for what the fuck you want to do, or you're going to sit in your lane and do what the hell you want to do, unless you're going to get dropped the fuck back down. So you can either be yourself, and you could be a vigilante, you could be a Black Panther, you could be Huey P. Newton, you could be a Malcolm X, and guess what? It's going to end how you want it to end. That's it.
So you say it's going to end how you want it to end?
That's what I'm saying. That's how it's going to end.
Or they want it to end.
That's how it's going to end.
So the way you're talking is that you're forever indebted into people.
Once you do that, once you put yourself in that situation, that's who you become. They're going to ask you for a certain set of shit that you want to do. It's plain and simple. You want to make this kind of money? You're going to oblige by these rules. If you do not, you will fall by the wayside, my guy. You already made your money. Get your money and get the fuck out, my G.
You move the
get your money and get the fuck out.
Because you ain't saying any of that. What you said is they're going to recognize what he's doing. Savage. I'm not talking about Kanye. They're going to recognize what he's doing. And then they're going to say, oh, I want to make a deal with you because we like the content that you're making. But now you're saying, oh, you want to have to oblige by this and this and this and this and this and that.
We're going to censor some things.
They wouldn't even come to you if they think you're not.
That's what I'm trying to say, right?
No, they will. They will, though.
No. Here's the thing. You're not. What you say? You're acting like somebody was like, oh, I'm coming to you. Here's the contract. Oh, I'm going to sign it for you. You can't have no option. And this is what it is because I want to pay you. There's an option. There's an option.
I say that. That's not what I said.
But you I don't want to take it wrong. Heated situation seems like it's kind of like not an argument. I know it's not an argument, but you're passionate about it. So I want to dig into it and realize why you're so passionate when you know you have an option.
All right. So what I'm saying is, once you take that option, which is the money, which is the root of all evil, that's what we say, right? So once you take that option. Now you're indebted. Now you're indebted to them because you took that option. You took that option to become rich, and you took that option and no longer your voice is no longer your voice, my G. Once you sign that contract and you take that money, your voice is no longer your voice. That's why Kanye West got dropped, my G.
No. Kanye West got dropped because of what he said.
Yep.
He was saying truth. I understand what you're saying. Once you sign. You're saying once you sign with the devil, you stuck with the devil terms. But a smart man writes his own contract. And at the end of the day, I agree with you. Say in essence, the root of money is the root of But at the same time, a man who owns his money and is not owned by his money is not owned by no man. And I think that's the part that we have to get back to at some point. Right. Just because somebody gonna come to the table and say, "Here go $7 million a year for you to syndicate your show," at the end of the day, most black men are smart enough, because if we look at Bill Cosby, the best example, he was trying to buy NBC. What happened to him? Mm-hmm. So I think we already know when you play with the devil's gonna come on, man.
Right. All right.
But this is what I'm.
Wait. Hold on, before you go, Steve, because I want to go off of what Seven just said. He is absolutely right. But Seven, don't we always have an option in these situations?
Oh yeah, we got to act off the way.
Everybody's always willing.
And Brian is wrong.
Right. Everybody does sign with the devil, and then you got to deal with. Like, yeah, I agree with that.
This is what I'm saying. We have options.
Wait. Here's the thing. But yeah, now let me finish. Here's the thing. We are in a tender age, that the knowledge and the information is surrounding us for us to make better decisions. There are good people out there. There's good content out there telling you what's really going on for you to make better decisions. My thing is, how can we not? Why are there so many people not separating that, knowing the truth? Oh shit, knowing the truth, and they bullshit. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, y'all hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing it.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
I have a question.
It's right there. Like, we argue, instead of argue, we have passionate debates, back and forth, when all we got to do is know that, like, all right, let's get the information and let's look it up. Let's discuss the shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's right there. We sit around and do enough brainstorming and enough research, we can all come to a fucking a civil compromise to understand what we need to do and what's going on. What I'm trying to understand, what is stopping us? One of the last questions was, how can we prevent these killings and this bad narrative and all this bullshit towards I can't even say our people, towards the people of our color, most of the people of our color that want our color to exist the way it should be. I'm gonna put it just like that. That's all I could, because not everybody's our people.
Yeah, for sure.
You wanna know what? Kasim?
Show on it.
Yeah. Kasim, you want you on the laptop? I'm on the phone. My phone about to die soon, so I'm gonna go first, and I'm gonna get the fuck off here. I mean, my bad. I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna get the fuck off here. My phone about to die soon. I just went back to Android. You see how I'm feeling? I'm feeling like a different motherfucker right now. Back to Android. But anyway.
Who the hell has an Android?
Don't you ever, Kasim, I come to your house and I cut you and I run. Yeah.
Only light skinned motherfuckers will stop the conversation with that light skinned. So my Androids and iPhone light skinned shit.
Goddamn, the barge.
Nah. All right, but what I'm saying, like, so what I lost my whole train of thought fucking with the goddamn, that shit made me so happy today. Anyway. But so I think I think what we were trying to get at this whole time or come to is what's going on today in this world, like with the whole Migos shooting and the bowling alley type deal. I think that was a tragedy. I also think that
nigga shit.
They could have made a better decision. They were in the minority / majority. I say that because when I say minority, you know, as black people being, you know, having those millions of dollars, but also the majority of that entertainment industry that does have the millions of dollars. They shouldn't have been in that motherfucking place playing dice like a motherfucking, like we in the hood. Like, you turned the whole bowling alley into a fucking dice game. Like that to me, that shit was what they say nowadays, that's just ratchet, right?
Super ratchet.
If I'm worth $40 million, I'm sorry to whoever hears this or whatever. Fuck you. I'm worth $40 million. Fuck you. Motherfucker, don't look at me. Don't sneeze in my direction. You want to know why? If you're a fucked up individual and I don't fuck with you, fuck you. Like plain and simple. I'm not gonna be around you for you to get me. I'm not putting myself in that keeping it real. I'm not keeping it real. I'm sorry. I kept it real enough. I'm now worth $40 million. I have no reason to fucking be around you no more because there's a lot of hate and jealousy.
But see, it was their own entourage. It was his own entourage.
But it don't matter. It don't. That's the problem. You don't even know who the company you keep. The company you keep.
The company you keep.
The company you keep, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And I refuse to keep that kind of company. I'm not keeping it a buck with you, my G. I'm not. I'm sorry.
But would you? I don't
care what we did on a block together. I don't care what we did and we fought together.
But would you keep it a buck if you was 28 years old?
I'm not keeping it a buck at 28.
Are you sure now?
I've been sure.
All right. Oh, okay.
I've been sure. I've been sure since I was 15. I'm not keeping it a buck.
Okay.
You would have found out. You'd have found out.
At 28, everything would be at my house.
You'd have found out. You'd have found out. If I was rich, Kasim, you already know you would have found out. Because I already knew your people ahead of time. You would have found out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I've never swayed away from who I am as a person with money or not with money.
Where do you go? Where can you go?
What you mean? Where can I go? I could go where the fuck I want to. Number one, and you could come with me. And if you don't want to, you stay your ass on the outside.
Right. Yeah. Right.
So my thing is money comes with responsibility, right? Money comes with responsibility. And it also comes with knowing what that money brings. It brings hate, it brings jealousy, it brings all of this bullshit, right? And keeping it real is so fucking horrible. That is the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. My guy, I didn't grow up in the projects. I didn't grow up in this area. And then all of a sudden, where can you go? You know where the fuck I can go. Away from you, Gamal. Okay?
I don't know how.
You can go wherever you want to. Listen, you could build your own land. You could build your own community. Listen, I've been to a couple houses that was so far off of the beaten path. If you come up there, by the time you get to the driveway, my guy, you are shot. You dig what I'm saying? You are shot. I've been to a couple houses like that. Before you get to my driveway, you are shot.
Like Jay Williams.
You talking common sense. Most cats, I'm 51.
Nice.
God willing, I'm gonna see 121. But at the end of the day, if I'm worth 50 million, I'm like, yo, let's all get on the plane. We're gonna go to the building. We're gonna hatch some shit out. We're gonna have somebody taking some notes, signing some paperwork. We're gonna take care of business. I think the thing is, a lot of people get it confused with in that young generation for needing to be validated by somebody. I think there's a difference. I don't see you talking about you got to validate me, so I got to ride with somebody in the hood to go hang out. You're not gonna do no bullshit.
There's no more of that.
But would you do like that?
I want to put an image in your head real quick, because this is what I see as a $50 million man. First, I'm gonna ask you this: why do we build family beyond our blood?
Say it again. Say it again one more time.
Why do we build family beyond our blood?
Why do we build family beyond our blood?
Yeah.
Because of the relationship.
Right.
Because of the relationships that you've built throughout the years that your family sometimes wasn't there to guide you through. Right. Sometimes your family not there. Like me, like y'all know me. I don't have no family in my area. I have not had no family in my area probably for almost 20 years now.
Right.
It's me, and I got a couple kids, and you know what I'm saying, that's it, and that's it. Like
So
at the end of the day, I ride. Y'all like if I gotta come to somebody, I gotta come to y'all.
All right, so
you feel what I'm saying?
So we build this, but for what? We keep our close friends close. We rock with them. We build a whole life with them. We structure all types of shit with them. For why do we do it?
To grow.
To grow?
Grow. To have better. To build community. But young fucked up these. They think to build reputation and popularity. You know, if I'm running with you, my goals we are.
Hey, 7, your phone is jagging up right now, man.
we can still understand.
You got Morse code. Yeah, but it's like the Morse code.
It's like a record player. They're about to come on like a good beat about to come on.
Hold on.
It's like I can still understand.
But what I'm trying to say is this. We built, like, if I'm a $50 million man, I built relationships with certain people that's always on my side, always on my back. Knowing I live with, you know what I mean? I would build a community of my own with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes. In order for me to grow and to have more, I built that with my friendship outside of my family to, you know, keep me sane. I know this person, I can talk to this person this way. I know this person has this. I can talk to this person this way because it is. I'm fulfilling my needs within my people, and also with them too by being the person that they want, or you know, showing them the love and respect that everybody needs when it comes to family and friendships. So if I'm a $50 million man, what I would do is invest in those people that I spent the most time with, the ones whom I know I can, and build from there. If you have a business, if I know you're good at something, you don't have it yet, I'm going to put you in position to own your own shit so you can make money. The next one, all my people, so we could be on that same level. So I won't have to be a $50 million man, and then I got to go back to y'all in the hood and watch y'all struggle. You know what I'm saying? When I'm up here, watch y'all struggle and some shit, and then y'all feel some type of way about being pop me in the head. Because that's what happens.
But that's why you can't bring everybody with you, and that's when it comes to
wait. Listen, I didn't say that, nigga.
Huh?
I didn't say everybody with me.
No, I'm not
a dumb motherfucker.
I'm not saying you. We speaking in general.
I understand that, but I'm trying to keep this on a. I understand that. I understand your perspective too. You know what I mean? But I'm not trying to go that route yet. We could talk about that, the alternative. But right now, I'm trying to speak into what would you do as a $50 million man? I would have my people at my side. You a construction, we want some builders built. I got the illest nigga that I know and trust, been together forever. My man's part of the business, we part of the fam. We always gonna keep the money popping like that because we're owning our own shit.
I would try to do with what LeBron did with his homeboys.
But that's what I'm saying.
I would try to do but it would be like my circle. My circle that I trust.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah. All right, so Kasim. Yeah. Like at the end of the day, like you know what LeBron did with his people, right?
Yeah.
It's not that many people, bro.
No,
that's
not.
Good. That's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
And that's what I'm saying. And this is where they get it fucked up. Son, they try to include everybody, son. Everybody.
I
That's
why
make
everybody happy.
Go to the fucking bowling alley and play dice with the niggas.
Yeah, and there's so much film on that, on what they was like, and they also was like around a lot of. It looks like he was around a lot of broke dudes. They had one dude had like a damn what do you call that? A white beater on. Another dude looked like he was just there to take pictures. It was like so many different people that they were just staring at him and the other one that's in the Migos. And it's like, it's so freaking dangerous, man. I feel sorry for our young brothers because they don't see that.
Bro,
like they don't listen to us. Hey guys,
let's say some real shit. Let's say some real shit though. Do you really feel sorry for them niggas?
I do.
Because here's the thing:
Nah.
If you got money like that, my dude, you got
I feel sorry.
The information is in your face.
I feel sorry for this.
I feel
The dude
sorry
that you go with, hold on. The dude that they went with already got a history of going to the dice game, not being safe, and they getting shot the fuck up. Why the fuck am I gonna rock with you?
You know what I feel sorry for? You know what I feel sorry for? I feel sorry for this.
The kids, dude.
I feel sorry for this up here. I feel sorry for their mind. I feel sorry for the way they thinking. I feel sorry that they think that they worth $40 million, $50 million, and they not and they're only worth a fucking couple $1,000 dice game.
Oh, you know what?
Hey,
that is a good. Hold on. That is a good fucking topic for another show too. Do you really know your worth?
Yeah. Like, hey guys, we have to understand that we're living in a society where we're not. A lot of these young people are not around like, real adults that's going to teach them something. And then when they are like getting that knowledge, they looking at you like you got like four heads. They don't even care. They don't even care to listen to you. They rather listen to somebody that's like doing the dirt right now, right this second. You know what I'm saying? And then they only listen to them. This generation that's 30 and younger, they take death not as serious as we took death.
Yo, they don't give a fuck about it. Yo,
yeah, they take death crazy.
They don't give a fuck about our lives, my G. They think life is like a lollipop, my guy.
Yeah, man. It's no
Probably
coming
licks
back.
to the center, motherfucker.
Like it's no coming back. It's no coming. When Tupac and them died, I saw grown men crying. Thugs out.
Isn't that a part of knowing your worth also?
Yo, Elvis, Michael Jackson.
Because why would you want to die if you knew your worth? Why would you want to die if you knew your worth?
Yo, what? They don't give two fucks.
They don't know their worth because they never was taught that. So a lot of us,
that's what I'm saying. It's a good topic right there, bro.
Yeah, that's a true topic because it's dangerous. It's a topic is so prevalent on what's going on today. Right. A lot of people don't know their wealth. I be seeing, let's bring it to the women's side. I be seeing some beautiful women that can run, that can have the biggest game in the world, but they like fine, got an education, but they mind is all effed up when it comes to men. It's like
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
What's education? You use your mind correctly.
Can I ask y'all both a question? Can I ask y'all both a question?
Yeah.
Yep.
What is all right, let me make sure. No, fuck that one. Do you think the bag is what these people think is their worth?
Yeah.
The bag. Yeah. Do you think they value themselves?
We were just talking about that.
More money. So money is your worth. Money is your worth.
Yeah. The black community feel like money is their worth.
Listen, it's all about selfish behavior. The bag is personable. The bag is singular. So everybody's looking for a bag. That's one bag for yourself. So that means whatever to get the bag. Your whole when you say get the bag, you want a bundle of money. What do you got to do to get a bundle of money? You got to go do something dramatic. And does anybody matter when you're doing something dramatic? Nope.
Just like and Steve, one thing I want to bring it back to this way because it's probably another 30, 40 minutes. But even with
listen,
for what I'm saying,
we can open up
for what I'm saying to you, Steve, even with Kyrie Irving, you made almost probably 300-400 million throughout your career. Retire. Retire. Just retire. Leave these people alone. Just go somewhere. Go. You can go anywhere in the world. Just go somewhere and leave these people alone. And I say this all the time. If they give me $1 million, I'm out.
Let me ask you. Can I ask y'all a question?
This country.
Can I ask y'all a question? All right. Say you had a goal in mind, right? You got a goal to get it back. You got a goal to get a bag, right? And your talent is rapping. Right? Your talent's rapping. You got a goal to get a bag. You got a family. Your bag is for your family, right? So along the way of being a rapper, you got to deal with the people you signed your contract with, right? You got to deal with their rules. But your goal is to not live under their rules in the long run. But I have to use and do what I have to do to make this bag. Would y'all do it with that goal in mind? Or would you be like, nah, I can't because I don't want my, I can't do this because I'm not that guy that can't.
Nah, I already see where you're going with this.
Say it again. I need to hear that again.
I already see where you. Nah. I see where he's going.
I need to hear it again.
I already saw this. and truth be told, yes, anybody really would. Anybody really would. If you don't, you're stupid. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like I always go back to we do have a voice. We are, and that's what I said on my fourth quarter sports my Sundays. We do have a voice.
Read that, baby.
We have a voice, and we are individuals. We should be heard as far as being in the United States. As far as being in the United States, and I'll say that again, as far as being in the United States, we are supposed to have freedom of speech, and we are not supposed to be condemned for our freedom of speech in the way that we
come in this country now, guys.
Right? We are now getting to the point where we are about to be one of those third world countries that we are not allowed to voice our opinions. We are not allowed to be who we're supposed to be. You feel what I'm saying? And it's getting scary. We're probably not going to be alive to see it. You know what I'm saying? Or be too old to defend what the fuck is actually going on.
It's already here.
Our youth has to know what's actually happening and adapt and try to figure out how to switch the narrative to actually be able to have freedom of speech and be able to do what the fuck they need to do in this world, because this shit is going downhill and downhill fast. And not only are black people dying, everybody's dying, because as a human race, we're dying. And we're not only dying, we're dying mentally, not only physically. You feel what I'm saying? And it's becoming a bad situation. It's becoming a bad situation.
Like to have a conversation.
Now, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna ask the question after that. Go ahead.
To have a conversation with like people that's 10, 15 years younger than us in the way how they think, they're down with not speaking beyond the narrative. They're down with that. Black people, white, Hispanics, age, they're like, you listen to these 30-year-olds, 30-something-year-olds, 20-something-year-olds, teens, obviously. You listen to these people, these people, whatever, and you be like, wow. And you can't even say nothing, because if you say something, like, I'm gonna say something, but you have to be very articulated with them that you're not pushing any buttons, because I don't want to have to slap the shit out somebody.
Bitches.
But yeah, it's like that. You like, you look at them like, nah, this is not it. Because as soon as you say something that your boss don't like or your family members don't like, they don't want to speak to you no more. So you're agreeing with things that's going to lead us to a world of, if you don't agree with a certain popular sector, they're going to be like, you're all these different types of persons except for the man of God. And it's going to be like that. This is a communist country already to me, Steve. I see it already. It's a very communist country.
So, fellas, I ask you this. What does accountability really look like?
Looks like somebody who don't brush their teeth in the morning. Ever?
You be just setting him up with stuff like that.
I know he's gonna say something stupid.
Either way, I'm gonna blow your goddamn pinky toe off.
Look at honestly, coming from me, it looks like the government. It looks like the regime we're built under nowadays. It looks like the people like your boy Jason said we can't see. It looks like them. You know what I mean? Like everybody's built a narrative and a trend, as we say, and people are following. And you know what that is? That's fucking robots, my guy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's zombies. Everybody's doing the same fucking thing. You know what I mean? So in order to get out of that, I'm like I said before, I'm not a Kanye supporter. I'm not a Kyrie Irving supporter. But we need those type of individuals in this world to have balance, my guy. We got to get back to just being people. We're not people no more. We're robots. We following shit that we really shouldn't even be following. Why? Because we worried about money. We worried about this and that. Yo, just get back to being human beings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Loving your neighbor, like protecting the children, protecting our youth, like all of that. Like that shit don't cost nothing.
If somebody have a different opinion of yours, like okay, that's okay. That's okay.
Like, I love constructive criticism. I love if somebody tell me I'm fat, Steve. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
You know I don't take it to heart. I know I used to be I'm fat. Like it is what it is. I don't take it to heart. Maybe I'll get in the gym. Maybe I won't. Maybe I want to eat a fucking goddamn foot long today. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, you are shaped like a whoopee cushion.
I know. Don't. This nigga wanna start.
No.
You wanna start? I'm gonna leave him alone.
Sorry, because we're gonna be all
I'm gonna leave him alone. I'm gonna leave him alone. It's okay. We're not gonna say what Jim Savage looked like.
Hey, listen, I look
below
like
that microphone.
I look like a god, motherfucker. I look like a god.
A what?
I look like a god. You heard?
Say it again.
You heard me.
Keep saying that and believe in it.
I do.
The more you say it, the more you believe it.
Yeah, you know it.
You can believe it, you can achieve it.
Facts.
All right.
Facts.
You haven't achieved it yet.
That's a good
so we're not gonna believe it.
All right. I'm alive.
That's a good quote right there.
Like, but nah, but we, like I said, what I mean, we need to get to a space where we not following. Number one, we're not following people we don't fucking know. And I'm gonna say that with our rappers. We're gonna say that with our athletes. We're gonna say that with our entertainers. We're gonna say that with all of them people. Like we don't know these people. These people are here to take something away from our everyday struggles and lives. When I watch sports, they take 3 to however many hours out of the day out of me. Game to game. Football all day.
That was a weird pause, but
his phone. That's that Android.
That's the Android face. Clip. Yo.
He say he loves it. I guess he loves to be cut off.
Yeah. But on the real, you see what I'm trying to get at, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so sick and tired of looking, listening, watching the people that look like us, that due to society and the way it's treated, no matter if they look like that, however they look, I look the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what I'm trying to put out there is I'm not the same. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm gonna stick up for that shit.
Yeah, man.
Just like when I say, like, I see around when they say when women stick up for women, but they're sticking up for a hoe. If you sticking up for a hoe, you might as well be one yourself.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you want to fight that you ain't a hoe, you're a good woman, then you should fight against the hoes.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You should be like, listen, I'm
Absolutely.
not a hoe. Let's separate this shit. I'm not gonna defend them when you start talking about hoes. I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna talk with you about the hoes. Instead of like, oh yeah, they be like, oh, I'm just women, and they all women. That's cool. I understand that. Stick up for yourself. But the accountability is I'm not that person, so I'm not gonna stick up for that shit.
Yeah.
But if I stick up for it, you have to be accountable that you might be a hoe too. Same for guys too.
It's a confusing thing. I'm about to share a video where on TikTok, this guy, he broke it down good. Young lady came to him when he conversating with somebody on the street, and he said, how we going to determine, who's a hoe and who's not? Who's a 3 or 4, who's not? When you guys standing right next to each other, and one of you that's not, but you're still agreeing with that 3 or 4. So in order for us to understand who we about to deal with, we have to have real conversations with the person that we about to let into our sanctuary.
Right.
So yeah, yo, I'm gonna share it. Then I'll put you on there and everything. And brother broke it down good. Young guy too broke it down real good. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. Like how we can't really tell a difference because you guys are taking up for the 3 or 4s. You know what I'm saying? But you say you're not. So we're like,
so how are we supposed to speak to you or differentiate what is what when you defending the hoe?
Yeah.
Like, you just told me you wasn't one, so I don't expect you to defend the hoe. You should know all the whole tendencies that you don't want to be, and you say you're not.
Yeah. But you standing right next to him, you're going to dinner, you're going to the girls' trips and stuff like that. I don't know.
You can't get mad. You can't get mad at men. They be like, oh, then you a hoe too.
Yeah.
Why get mad? You defend the hoe, you a hoe. Like, yo.
Real simple. Like, if you want me to be the dummy, I'm sorry, I can't.
I can't. I refuse to, and I can't. And I don't want anybody to ever. That's just PTSD to me. When somebody tries to see me as a dummy, I can see it. Listen, people don't really understand, and I'm sure you the same type of dude because the way you speak and the things you see.
Yeah,
I see right through your sentences, through your body language, through your whole soul. You ain't gonna try to play me.
No, you're not.
You can lie about it, and you know what I mean. You can lie about it, and sometimes I let it go. Sometimes I won't. You know what I'm saying? Because
we've been there.
Yeah, I can't do it. I'm not gonna sit there and I'll let you know my powers too. I can see you, and if you disagree with me, then you can go ahead. Go. I know what I am. I know what I'm about. So in the long run, you're gonna be thinking about what I just said. Like, damn, I'm the one that can't be real. You know what I'm saying?
And that's like a power trip that we are entitled to feel. A lot of us are very entitled, and it's a shame, but it's good to understand this. It's good to be a critical thinker. It's good to, develop a damn brain before it's too late.
Right, man. I'm not gonna have a body and not know. I'm not gonna have a body and a brain that does what brains do, and sit there and just let that shit ride.
Yeah,
I'm gonna see what my whole body. I'm gonna see what my fucking mind is about. You know what I mean? Put myself. I want to be the smartest motherfucker in the room and look like I'm the dumbest, or look like I'm the smartest and pretend I'm not. I want to have the control.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I know I can.
It ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's what's up. That's king. That's godly status, man. You want to be in somebody's image? Go ahead, do that shit then. But I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yes, indeed, for sure. That's what it's
all
about.
You said you're gonna show a video?
Oh no, I'm not gonna show a video.
Okay. Cool.
Just wanted to talk. We got into it and everything. It's like this, like they were saying earlier. What's the name? Been suspended for 5 games, Kyrie Irving, and like it just people to take it for jokes and to listen to like grown men such as Charles Barkley and what's his name, Shaquille O'Neal talk about this man like that. Well, he just shared the video. He hold on 1 second. We back?
Yeah, you just paused for a little bit. You went to
no doubt.
the.
he did say, I mean, the title of it is Hebrews to now Negroes, and he probably literally put it into that format, like he when he saw that, because he's a Hebrew, like he said, okay, I agree with that, and then he retweeted it, and it's like they nailing him to a goddamn stake, and I can believe Black celebrities are helping the process. I can believe it. I can believe it, because this is who we are.
Well, I think it's because just like Steve was saying, once you are under the thumb of the devil,
yeah,
then that's what it is. You know what I mean?
Like love up your ass.
Right. Like, you have to follow rules, or
yeah,
you can't. Like, they got you. You know what I mean? Like, you can't supply for your family. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't do that. You know what I mean? And nobody's thinking of a backup plan just in case. When they make a decision, they're not thinking of a backup plan.
Just imagine if he retweeted a Trill documentary. Nobody wouldn't have a problem with it. It probably would have been a bunch of blue check celebrities, not just Black celebrities, white celebrities, Anglo-Saxon, whatever how you want to call them. They would have been retweeting that too, because it's popular to talk about Black people degeneracy. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, if he would have retweeted a Trill documentary, it probably would have been a lot better for him. He probably would have got more popular. I think he's with Adidas. Who is he signed to? Whoever he signed to in basketball sneakers, whatever. I guarantee you would have been other people trying to get him. Like, hey, shit! Oh, he with the woke movement a little more. I thought,
right. Let's change that narrative.
Yeah, I thought Kyrie was like a little bit, over the top with the non-wokeness, but the real conscientious thinking. So again, if he would have retweeted a Trill documentary saying how many niggas I killed, it would have been a lot better.
They would have accepted it.
They would have accepted it. And no, what's his name? Charles Barkley or Shaquille O'Neal would have been talking about it. They would have been like, their handlers wouldn't have had their hands up their ass and saying, niggas speak. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy? Me and you, we regular.
Yeah.
We regular men out here handling business as regular dudes in the streets, and we can see this shit.
Yeah.
We can see it. There's people
I'm not a highly educated
all different levels, better education, better money. Sometimes they see it. So like all these levels of people, when you get to the top level, nobody sees that shit. Like they ignore it, like nothing's going on. Yeah. And then you got these regular people act like if we can see it, how come nobody else can see that shit?
I think they can see it, but they gotta go with the narrative. They gotta be popular. They gotta go with their analytics and stuff.
We are so fucking not into like when they tell you the difference, man. Like the melanin, the black, the us, the ethnic. We are spiritual people.
Always have been.
And it's not one. It's not spirit. It ain't one spirit, bro. We're spiritual people. We have our own spirit beings inside of us. You know what I'm saying? That we are like in tune with. We're spiritual people, and that's what they got rid of it for us. The spiritual to know your inner being, to know yourself. You can ask any motherfucker. I guarantee you can ask most black people, do you know who you really are? They'll pretend.
Yep.
But there's certain questions you can ask them, they don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Yep.
To not know who you really are. Not to be like, to smile at your flaw. To be like this, I don't like, okay. It is, I'm me. And when you say that, to know that shit drives through your soul, you can feel that shit through your feet, through your body, like I'm me.
You see the animosity.
You know the difference when you don't believe yourself, you can see the difference and feel the difference. But when you believe yourself and you know yourself, that's a different feeling, bro.
Right. You see the animosity they had when he did that first press conference Kyrie, and he was looking like an actual real king. This happened like I think it happened like on Saturday or Sunday. And he was looking at him like, and he was just talking to him intellectually, spiritually, and they was so mad. He was like looking at he was looking at the press, and he was like, what? Like, and then he was kicking it to him. They did not know what to say. When the brothers speak like a man, a ruling class man, it scares people, and it definitely scares our own people.
Right.
It scares them. Like, we're not pandering, we're not doing all this other stuff that they want us to do or say. Like, it's scary to that. It's super scary, and it's a crying shame how our people are like, to the Stephen A. Smiths, to the Charles Barkleys, to all these people, and I'm like, what? Like, come on, man. Y'all get your money, I get it. You're a puppet, but stop trying to be pro-black. All that, Shaquille O'Neal's, all these people, all. That's why I talk about when I was talking about ESPN to the dude. It ain't about how successful I hate black people because they're successful. No, it's about you're talking. You're with the narrative. You're not with anything else but the narrative. You're protecting everyone else but free speech.
Right.
Unless we're talking about the white man, 1,000%. You don't want to hear nothing else. So this is a problem within our culture. That's all I'm saying. It's like, what the fuck? You really want a brother to just pander to everything else? Even with the situation, they mad about the homeboy, the Boston Celtics coach, getting a job with the Brooklyn Nets. They this egregious. Yo, he slept with a woman that wanted to sleep with him. This was consensual.
Human nature.
Like, what is like? This is crazy. If people think it's. This is crazy how things are today. This is crazy. That's why I stay to myself, stay in my house, because I know it. We know people like us know outside of our home is nothing but demented, satanic people out there that believe in some bullshit that's not reality.
Right. And every time we do go out, we pick and choose how we go out because
that too.
We don't be involved in the bullshit.
Exactly.
You know, and I like that.
Yep, me too.
You know, because just like everybody else, I feel like I'm a godly figure, but I'm also, there's the human nature is human nature, bro. Somebody might be able to say that dumb shit and influence some type of, you know what I mean? Like while I'm in a state of mind, and then it goes to my downfall.
Yeah.
If I don't need to be in those situations at that time, boy, I don't need to be there. So I'll pick and choose where I'm going and what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Who I'm going to be around. And that's a good thing.
Great.
People need to start doing that more. Like that people just do things and they don't think first, bro. It's like that's one of my biggest things. You got to think. And sometimes we may make the wrong decision, but at least if you stop and just think about the shit.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. This thing, you got to think about what you're doing and everything. And we definitely been like that since we was young, very young adults. You got to think about everything you're getting yourself into, because if you don't, especially today, you're leading yourself into a path of destruction.
I don't understand why it's so hard for people to not learn from their mistakes. Like, it's crazy.
I never understood that. That.
When you get a badass situation, like, I don't want to do it again.
No.
That's crazy.
Simple. I don't want to do
it. But you know what? I take that back to getting whoopings. So when you acted up, you got your ass handed to you from your mother or father or whatever like that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, so that was how we knew not to do shit.
Yep.
Now it's put Billy in the corner. Oh, you on timeout. Billy gonna bust that wall up. What you gonna do? Go to a different wall, Billy. Now your whole house is fucked up. But I don't know what to do with Billy.
Yeah.
Now Billy took the wall out in your face. And you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
I remember when I tested my mother a couple. I always do that because I'm an asshole. But I tested my mother a couple times, and every time I tested her, she won. She won. That's how I do it. Learn your motherfucking lessons. Because I did enough testing when I was younger to my mother, the one who holds the ultimate accountability of bullshit.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Or your father, you know what I mean? Whatever it may be, your family member or whoever raised you. But yeah, like I think, you know, shame and beat, like people think shame is like, say they are so into social media that they don't know the difference between what a word and what it really means and what the actions really mean to it because they're so used to the fucking social media definition of it.
Right.
Shame is not letting that shit ride. That's all it is. Calling a spade is shame. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not letting it ride. Like I said, if you're a hoe, you's a hoe.
Yeah.
Let them know. Like you doing some hoe shit. Oh no, but I'm a lady. How you a lady doing hoe shit? Just
but
admit it. You're a hoe. Be a hoe. If you proud of it,
Real talk, I see a lot of women not afraid to tell a man what they're about, especially the younger demographic that you pick. They're not afraid to tell a man what they're about in their own little way. You just gotta like really, you know, listen to them. It's the ones that always trying to be more than who they are. It's those ones. We see that. We see that too.
The extra lights. The extra lights.
Yeah. You know, we see what you're doing. You ain't playing nobody. We got you. It's all good. You know, it's all good. Do your thing. You know, I just can't take you serious. It's simple.
But that's all accountability too. You know what I'm saying? Like
that too.
If you're hanging around a bunch of whores and you're a white scenario, and a dude goes, you run into a couple dudes, and dudes be like, "Yo, these some hoes over there." And you a wifey material, you be like, "Nah, they ain't no hoes." You know what I mean? Like, you know they hoes, but you're like, "No, they're not. They're ladies. They don't get down like that. Why are you talking about my friends? Why are you talking about these hoes? I mean, why are you talking about these girls?" You know what I mean? So
yeah.
And you're defending them. So like, shit. Like, I don't get it. Like, where does that go? That's the shame right there. We be like, well, they may be holding around, but I'm not. And then when they be like, "Oh, how you gonna call me a hoe? Because you be holding around." I've seen girls do that to, you know what I mean, each other. Yep. Bitch, you a hoe. I'm not gonna lie. There's some chicks out there who keep it on it.
Yes, indeed.
There's chicks out there who keep it on it. Yeah, but there's not enough. There's not enough for them not to believe the shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Man. We over the 3-hour mark.
Yeah, we are. So yeah. Since that, you know, we're gonna go with the closing. Let's, you know, I'm gonna start closing with some solutions and positivity. You know what I mean? Because we need instead of, you know, talk about just talking, we need solutions. So the last question of the day is, what can we do to stop our kids and all this violence, all these kids from dying for no fucking reason, to be honest with you? Our people who look like us.
Yeah. The first thought that can come into my head is that we gotta really evaluate who we have the children with. So whatever generation that whatever legacy we're trying to have, and we should take legacy. Having a legacy is the most important value, because we don't take legacy and we just take how a girl got a nice ass or something like that, or a dude he drives a nice car, and we don't take it how is he raising a child. How is she being a nurturing mom? If we don't start taking that serious, I think we're gonna. I think it's going to be more, of our young people thinking death is non-serious, and we're going to get more of a lot of killing. It's sad, but when we don't take family first, we don't think that the value is to have the best relationship with the kid's mom or dad. And right. we let the government raise our children or what have you, this is what's going to happen. And I just can't understand how we don't realize that. A lot of these young men, they come. A lot of these young men and women come from homes that was horrible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not all of them, but a lot of them. And these kids really think death is like you're gonna come back, or they just don't have no feeling at all. And if we keep on having babies with people that shouldn't be mothers or shouldn't be fathers, this is what's going to happen. It's a simple thing,
But wouldn't that go down to knowing your worth? Knowing you, if people really knew their worth, I to be honest with you, that is the biggest goal right there, right? What people need to start working on. Don't even get into a relationship. Don't even bother with too many people. Just stop. Take a day off just to think about your life and what you really need to do. If you ain't 100 yet at a certain age, take a day off real quick and think about your fucking life. Go through the ups, downs. Even if you got to cry, you got to go think about that shit, because think about your self-worth and what you've been doing, what you accomplished in your life. Think about your life real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, it's psychiatrist.
People should do it every day, but take a time on to think about your life and figure out what your worth is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you can't really teach except flow with, go with, relate in a 100% positive way if you don't even know who the fuck you are. Because you can create shit and you can see shit with people that you hanging with that you shouldn't even be hanging with. Once you know your worth, you start cutting no, hell no. Bop, 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 bop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. And the only thing that's going to make you know who your worth is having in my opinion, just like I said, everything is my opinion, but statistics show that this is actually good a solution. People, your father, your mother telling you your value throughout your lifespan, letting you know that you're not alone in this world. That's who's going to show you your value first.
True, but if you don't have that, you should. If you don't have that, you should still be able to have a decent mindset to understand and look at your life.
Yeah, you got to. I did it. I'm pretty sure you did it.
Even if you're emotional or not, you need to think about some shit. Think logically for a second.
You got to.
All that shit aside, you got to think about your life. And you got to realize what's really going on, and realize your worth.
Yeah, that's the first thing you do before you start to create legacies. That's the first thing you would do when you start creating legacies.
Right.
Knowing who you are.
Right.
You got to know who you are. You try in legacies, you because you're putting a child in the world that you don't even know who the hell you are yet. So how are you gonna teach him or her or them? So yeah, you absolutely right. Yeah, even with us, we had supportive moms, what have you, but we had to learn things on the go.
Right.
We had to process life as we got older. You know what I'm saying? Especially, with me, specifically, had to process that life. So whatever knowledge that I got, I try to use the best of my ability. Thank God, man, the choices that I made, that I didn't put myself into a deep as a grave, You know what I'm saying? Thank God for that. But that's the only thing. Seeking real help, understanding who you are, taking time out to be alone. You know what I'm saying? To find yourself. That's important if you don't have that good family structure. But if you put somebody else in this world, it's a different thing, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is what the kids is not understanding, because how can they?
Agreed.
You know,
Definitely.
Yep, for sure.
But yeah, we're gonna end this because this was a fucking phenomenal show, brother. I appreciate you for coming through.
Always.
Shout out to Seven and Steve.
Yes, indeed, brothers.
My brothers, my kings in the building. We keep it true. Till next time, man.
Yeah, man.
We got Unapologetic coming back, man. We coming back strong. We
yeah.
Strong. So expect to see him next week, holding it down on a Savage Calm Down Entertainment in the building.
Yep. More and more. We're gonna be doing this way more than once a week.
Facto. All right, brother. I appreciate you.
Yes, indeed. Y'all take it easy, everybody.
Last words, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a hell of a show. All I want you to do and take from this is please find your worth. Make sure the decisions you make are thought about. Try to look at the future first, man. Like, if you can't see it, try it. It doesn't matter. Take what you know and build something. Build your mind up, man. Like everything's in our face, man. Everything's in our face. I can't say too much more about anything besides just pay attention. Pay attention to life. Pay attention to your life. If you find yourself feeling some type of way all the time, ask yourself why. Put yourself to the test and see if you can change that narrative in your life. The whole goal is to be happy, right? So find out what makes you happy in any type of way possible, any type of angle. Find it. Put your mind, put your body, put your soul to the test. It's your life, man. You want to live long. You want to get knowledge. The first thing you do is work with yourself. Open up your mind. You need to open up your minds, seriously, because there's a lot of blind motherfuckers. There's a lot of things in this world that are taken away from our, you know what I mean, our minds, our godly figures. And that's why we say stupid shit and do stupid things. Just keep thinking about that. Who's the ones that look horrible in this world right now, knowing the power that we feel within? Who's the ones looking like idiots, knowing the power within? Y'all think about that shit. Till next time, ladies and gentlemen. Till next time. Here's what it is.
Bye.